This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this? Dun 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 dun.
This is a sham.
No.
Y'all, just stop.
Welcome to DBL. It's Thursday, October 7th. I'm Tori here with Erica and Al.
Yes.
Everyone looking fly,
Yes.
as always. We do have an update on the manhunt for Brian Laundrie. Police found the remnants of a campsite that appeared to be recently used in the nature preserve near his parents' home in Florida. Meantime, Gabby Petito's family has a message for Brian Laundrie. Here's what they said to Dr. Phil.
I just hope he's found. I really do.
He'll be found.
No, I mean alive.
I want to look him in the eyes.
The more he runs, the more he hides, the less he could try to say it was a mistake or he had nothing to do with it.
I want to see him in a jail cell for the rest of his life, where he's an outdoorsman, being in that concrete cell, and he can't go see those trees and hug those, and smell the fresh air like that.
And get this, neighbors of Brian Laundrie's parents are reportedly charging media outlets as much as $3,500 a week to camp out on their yards. I see people are turning in the studio here. Some are even offering tents, internet service, chairs, water, and access to bathrooms. Al, what do you think about this? First off, what you just heard about, from the Petitos, and also charging $3,500. Would you do that?
Let's start with the second part first. I mean, why are we surprised that capitalism wins? I mean, this is what it is. I don't know if you've ever been to a college football game, but in those smaller towns, a lot of people will rent their driveway and their lawn out
did it, yeah.
for this. So this is not shocking. Unfortunately, I don't understand why we're looking at the neighbors when everyone is making money from this. People are running the story. They're running ads in between it. Podcasts are covering the story. Stamps.coms and MeUndies, I'm sure, is doing well because of it. So we've all learned that through murder, capitalism will shine through. So I'm not surprised at all, Erica. I'm wondering, is this a circus yet or no?
It's been a circus. I think it's difficult, especially when we were initially having this conversation about her being missing. Like, when people are missing, they're not some random entity. They are a human being, and they have families and friends who miss them and want to see them. Now we know that this young woman has been murdered, and you're absolutely right. I think when someone's missing, there is this idea we want everybody to be on the lookout. Let's get the word out. But at this point, she is no longer a missing person. Unfortunately, we know that she was killed. Yeah. We have parents who are out. I do not know that level of strength, nor do I ever want to know that level of strength to have this conversation, to say, and in all fairness, yes, they don't want him just to be found in any condition. They want him to have to pay and justice be served.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I did want to give you guys some updates. Brian's father, Chris Laundrie, has agreed to help with the search and is showing trails in the reserve, apparently to police, that Brian is known to have used. And FBI is investigating 11 alleged sightings of Brian on the Appalachian Trail. 11. Why can't we get this guy? I don't get it. Schools are on alert, and it's all because of a new trend. This is scary on the social media TikTok. I do not like this. Last month, a TikTok challenge encouraged young kids to vandalize bathrooms, steal classroom items, and even remove toilets from stalls at school. Well, now there's a new reported trend, which is to slap a teacher. This happened to educators in at least 2 different schools, one in South Carolina and another in Missouri. Now, TikTok has denied the trend and called the slap a teacher dare an insult to educators. I'd add that's also assault. They also promised to remove any related content from the site. All right. I also have to read you some of these. These are the monthly TikTok trends that are going. I got this from a producer who has a friend this was sent to the parents in Colorado, right around here, okay? January, jab a breast. February, mess up school signs. May, ditch day. June, flip off the front office. And July, spray a neighbor's fence. We also have someone in this studio whose son was just suspended for doing one of these. Our own studio. And they had a talk before about this, the night before, about these TikTok trends and how dangerous and how much they believe in him. The next day, he went and did it. Talk to me. This is insane to me.
Erica, I want to hear your thoughts first, please.
Well, none of this stuff is new. It's
Right.
not like they're reinventing the wheel.
No, I know.
The difference is we know exactly who did it, how they did it, and it can be punishable by the actual evidence of them doing said thing. So it's almost like the wheel hasn't been reinvented, but if you look at the number of views and likes, I mean, they're pretty extraordinary for high school or elementary schools or whatever schools, that this is something that's being celebrated. And before, it just used to be something that, like, you know, people did and maybe we didn't know. So it's like, if you're going to do things like this and you're going to video it, then it kind of helps the entire effort of finding out who did it. Like, who...
They know they'll be caught, but I also was watching Squid Game. I don't know if you guys know it, but it's about it's a Korean miniseries. It's the #1 Netflix show, and it's about a game that people play that turns violent in some ways, in many ways. I don't want to give anything away, but it reminded me of this. It's sort of a game, like bingo, right? But it's like you're hitting a teacher.
Yeah, but you're doing it now. There's an old saying that says, people will always wrestle alligators, but not when no one's looking. And that means that people will do it if they're looking. Now, you used to do things like ditch day and even, you know, deface the school, and you'd be locally famous for a day. Now, like you were talking about the likes, now you can be internationally famous, and if you are 12 or 13 and feel unseen and unheard, and all of a sudden there's a million people saying you're the coolest kid they've ever seen, imagine the pull that has. And it's worth it to slap an adult.
Social media for young people make me I know I sound old. I know I sound like
I would have been susceptible to it, 100%.
I would have too, and
100%.
This social media for young people, if you're out there, your parents, your grandparents, please write us in on how you're dealing with this. I know it's affecting you.
But is it fair game for the teacher to slap back? Because I think that's called self-defense.
I hear you. Let us know what you think. Coming up on DBL, Nicholas Sparks is here. Are his best-selling stories really based on his own life? And what would you do if your wedding photographer deleted all your photos out of spite? We have some hilarious and cringeworthy revenge stories. That's coming up next.
Closed captioning provided by
You know, our teachers are like truly heroes, especially in this moment. And they have to deal with the pandemic. They have to deal with the underpayment, under-resource, and now they have to deal with possibly being slapped by a student. I am all for if a student decides that it's slap a teacher day, then it's also slap a student day. I mean, people need to learn the hard way. And if if my child, not that I have a child, maybe it's different, but if a niece or nephew decided to go and slap their teacher, I would be A-okay with that teacher slapping them
Erica,
back.
you could also report that as a full-on crime.
But nothing's going to happen. I think
I know you
more
can,
than
I'm
that,
just
as a
saying you
former
could
teacher,
as well. That's an assault.
Erica, what I would say is, like, if I got slapped by
I would
one of my
report a crime,
students,
press charges.
the damage that would do to me personally would be worse than any slap. I mean, the dignity that we ask our teachers to walk with, being underpaid, being attacked by parents about masks or not masks or my kid, and on top of all of that, to be physically assaulted and to be mocked then on the internet endlessly, we wonder why people don't want to go to work. Everybody's like, no one wants to go to work. It's because the jobs that are the most important get the least amount of respect.
Yeah,
and then
essential
we all
workers.
sit around it. No one in this generation wants to go to work, and we look at clips every day of somebody yelling at somebody at Pizza Hut.
Thank you, love.
No wonder they don't want to go to work.
Welcome back to DBL. All right, we've got a couple of stories of revenge for you. Up first, a wedding photographer who was hired to shoot a bride and groom's big day got upset when she was denied a break to get something to eat and drink after working 6 hours straight. So, in revenge, she deleted all the wedding photos she took that day. Okay, just quickly, do you think she went too far, Erica?
I think you get what you pay for, and also you should be very clear about how you are doing it. You know, I mean,
Your plan.
Obviously, she charged less because they were friends. You know, that. Also, don't do that with friends. Don't do business with.
Don't
friends.
do business with
Not on that day.
No, Al, real quick, what do you think?
Don't do people favors. They don't respect it.
Wow.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Learned that the hard way.
Wow, bummer town. All right. A man on TikTok has gone viral. He says that people regularly cut across his lawn because it's faster than walking around the perimeter. But anyone with a lawn knows regular foot traffic can damage the turf. So the man rigged up a little back payback scenario. Check this out. He hooked up an automatic sprinkler, which is triggered by trespassers who then get doused as they walk by.
This is great.
You know, it reminds me of Larry David's latest curb. He comes up with a spite store next to the coffee store, and it's just in spite. He makes another coffee store. That's what this. I think you're allowed to do that. Right?
Why not? It's not hurting anybody.
It's your property.
Get off his lawn.
Wow,
We sound old.
Erica, that's a jump in the shark. You just yelled, get off his lawn on national TV. Erica, I'll just say this. What's up with the fence, bro? Just put a fence up.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, who knows what the situation is? Maybe he can't put a fence up.
And
not every neighborhood is allowed to have a fence.
This is true. I'm also wondering about the liability. You remember we saw that TikTok video really quickly about that porch pyro that stole the package and then fell down the steps and broke her ankle, and they sued the people. I wonder if somebody's not running across wet grass, they fall. I just wonder about the liability.
Well, you're committing
but I
a
love
crime
it.
in the first place.
I love it.
I love it
okay,
too.
Let me get
I like
that
you,
out there.
sprinkler guy. All right, get this. A California man, of course it's California. I love you, California. He's suing his psychic for $25,000. He claims that she offered to remove a witch's curse from his marriage and promised he'd be happy again if he paid her $5,100. How specific the $5,100?
I thought about that. That's very strange.
The man reportedly paid a hefty down payment, but lo and behold, he says there was no improvement to his fortune. Now he's suing her for failing to remove the spell.
Yeah.
I think the spell's removed with divorce, man.
I look at this. It's just so interesting to me that people are so into the universe, cosmic spirit, forces, people that can see the future. But as soon as something goes wrong, they go straight to an attorney.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you use the universe to help you out?
Like your star
Yeah,
signs?
you seem to lean on it so much.
I don't think if a judge would say this is I mean, I don't think you have standing for a trial. A psychic? A curse? I don't think they're standing for a lawsuit.
Erica, you do go see telepathic readers. What do you call those people? I really don't know the name. What's it?
I see some spiritual people, yeah.
Guides.
I'm asking this in all seriousness. Is there like a disclaimer anywhere where they say results not guaranteed and some kind of
I don't go with
spiritual
specific
ease?
like, oh, is this going to happen and can we change it? It's more like based on, where the stars and the moon and the sun. Shut up.
Well, I'm looking at you like, she's all sun and moon and stars. Do you believe in that, Al? Do you believe in that?
I believe in the sun and stars. I don't know if they're out there looking out for Al.
Fair.
I think they're busy with the galaxy, but I'd like to think.
Fair enough. They're too busy for Al. Not for Erica. Coming up on DBL, he's written some of the most popular love stories.
Is it me?
It's not at all you.
I've written stuff.
Does that look like you? That's Nicholas Sparks, and he joins us next to tell us all about his new book. Looks nothing like you.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone.
Viewer Beverly Miller wanted to know, is it true the Postmaster General is appointed by the president? Is his term limited? Let's verify with our sources the U.S. Code of Federal Regulations and the United States Postal Service. Right now, Louis DeJoy is the 75th Postmaster General of the United States, serving as CEO of USPS since June 2020. According to federal regulations, the president does not have the power to change that role. It's the Postal Service Board of Governors, who is in charge of appointing or removing the Postmaster General. The president does, however, nominate the governors. The appointees are confirmed by the Senate and serve for 7 years. It's important to point out that no more than 5 of the 9 appointments can be from the same political party. President Biden recently filled 3 vacancies to the governing board in May. So Beverly claims that the president has power to appoint or fire the Postmaster General are false. Instead, the Postmaster General serves at the pleasure of the Board of Governors for an indefinite amount of time. With your verified fast facts, I'm Liza Lucas.
Welcome back to DBL. He has written some of the most iconic love stories of our time. And be honest, when you heard me say love stories, you thought Nicholas Sparks, right? Well, earlier we had him on to talk about his new book, The Wish. It's all about romance. Yeah, that's today's DBL Spotlight. Welcome to the show, Nicholas. It is so great to have you. How are you?
What's up, Nick?
Nick.
Yeah, hey, thanks for having me. This is a lot of fun. I appreciate you letting me on.
Absolutely. I like your mahogany background, that bookshelf.
Let's get to it.
All right.
Yeah, so what these are actually my books in various foreign languages. I think I published in about 50 different foreign languages, and I don't know, there's 24 books now, so about 1,000 books in here from all around the world, and I can't read any of them because I don't know that many languages basically.
You know the love language, and that's a flex. That's a huge
That is a
flex.
huge
That's a huge
flex.
flexer. I bow down.
Can you imagine somebody saying, nice bookshelf? You're like, oh, these are all my books.
Those are all mine.
Anyway, you were saying?
Now, I do want to know, your books are based on true stories from your family, and I want to know, are you as really so romantic in real life as the characters in your books?
Yeah, of course. I love a good romantic date. I think life is about experiences, and I'm all for, hey, we'll go to dinner and maybe have a glass of wine or something like that. But I also enjoy things like let's take a walk and hopefully we'll see something magical out there. I remember one time, it was almost like it was like almost like out of my books, right? We just got off the plane. We end up on this little island and we're so tired. We say, no, but let's walk and let's go get some time. Let's go get some fresh air. And as we're walking, suddenly down the beach, the whole island, there's nest after nest of baby turtles hatching, right? Which of course is like right out of the last song, one of the novels I wrote. And over there, over the horizon, there's a rainbow. And yeah, it's nothing that planned, but there was definitely magic and romance in that moment. And of course, we try to do romantic gestures as well.
Cute.
This guy's writing a novel as we're
I'm
talking
so
right now.
into it.
It's amazing. So let's stay on romance. People love that. Should the man or the woman take the lead on romantic gestures? You wrote The Notebook back in '96. Times have changed. Things have evolved. Has your writing as well?
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So you'd like to think your writing has improved, right? I've been doing it for a long time, but I will say this though. It's just as hard to write a book now as it was way back then. I don't know. You try to always improve. So the challenge is just as high. I still rack my brain trying to come up with good stories. And as to the other question, romantic gestures, I think it works best when both people do romantic gestures. But really, often the best kinds of romantic things are just showing the other person that you're thinking about them when you're supposed to be doing something else, right? It's a text from work saying, hey, thinking about you, looking forward to seeing you, looking forward to a great dinner tonight.
Our viewers obviously love The Notebook, and if I don't ask this question, they will kill me. So do me a favor, we have a viewer here, and we're going to play your question now.
Can you give me some tips on writing a love letter to my husband?
Yeah, I can. Okay, the best way to write a love letter is to set the scene. Where are you? I'm in the kitchen, at a table. The sun is going down, the sun is coming up. It's a cup of coffee beside me, a glass of wine beside me. I find myself struggling for words. It's always a great line because it's hard to capture everything that I'm feeling in this moment. Okay, there's a wonderful opening first paragraph, and then you go on.
You
Say, when I
me.
close my eyes, and then go into some very specific memories that you share, just the two of you. It might be something about your honeymoon or the birth of a child, or just a quiet night where she was crying or he was very upset, and you comforted each other. And you just kind of replay these moments and make them personal and explain why they meant so much to you. Do that for a few paragraphs, then consider yourself lucky. Tell them why you're lucky. Thank them for being with you, and then that is one heck of a love letter.
Bravo, sir.
Whoa.
I just fell in love.
Man, I'm going to slide in those DMs. We better watch out, Nick.
The Wish is out right now. You can grab a copy anywhere books are sold. I know because I already got mine. Ha ha! We'll be right back. Ooh.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
This tweet showing a bottle of Vicks Vapor Rub has garnered over 20,000 retweets and 331,000 likes. The woman who posted it says even though the product has an expiration date of January 1987, she still used the vintage Vicks on her son who was sick, and she says it helped. Expired cold medicine questions are a common topic on online message boards as well, with several Reddit threads claiming it's safe to take expired pills or liquid medicine. So let's verify. Should you take expired cold medicine? Our sources are the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the National Capital Poison Center, and Dr. Brooke Hudspeth, Chief Practice Officer at the University of Kentucky College of Pharmacy. In 1979, the FDA began requiring an expiration date on prescription and over-the-counter medication. The FDA says if your medicine has expired, do not use it. According to the National Capital Poison Center, there are many drugs that are probably effective after their expiration date has passed, but most aren't tested beyond then to be sure. Dr. Brooke Hudspeth says the expiration date tells us how long the medications are their most potent.
After that expiration date, we can't be confident that those medications will have their full potency or be able to work as well to treat the condition that we're trying to treat.
The NCPC warns drugs kept for a long time may deteriorate if they are not stored properly. They say warm, humid places like bathrooms and kitchens are not ideal. So we can verify, no, you shouldn't take expired cold medicine. If you need to get rid of any expired medication in your medicine cabinet, don't throw it in the trash or the toilet. Instead, the FDA recommends dropping it off at a drug take-back site or program as soon as possible. With your Verify, I'm Ariande Till.
Welcome back to DBL. Earlier, Steph showed me, I'm in charge of Morning Save, not Jeff, some amazing discounted products from our friends at Morning Save. If you start your holiday shopping early like me, you don't want to miss this. Check it out. All right, what do you have for us today, Stephanie?
Hey, Tori, I've got some wonderful products and even better deals, and I can't wait to share them with you. So first up, we've got Glow 48-foot outdoor weatherproof string lights with 15 Edison bulbs.
Yes!
These are like $160, but right now they're only $39, saving our viewers up to 76%. Okay, now Tori, these make me want to just crawl into bed. We've got Bib Home 3-piece printed reversible quilt set. So normally it's as much as $129 for the queen and $149 for the king.
Yeah, those things are pricey.
Are you ready? We've got it for only $29, Tori, saving up to 81%. Now, this next item is gonna jazz up your wrists. It's the Laura Ashley Ladies T-Bar Case Double Stone Bezel Mesh Band Watch.
Whoa.
So you'll get one watch available in 3 different colors, and this watch can dress up a casual outfit and will go perfectly with business or black tie attire. Now for one, it's normally as much as $90, Tori, but we've got one for $19, saving up to 79%, Tori.
Just put them all in my basket.
And then last but certainly not least, Tori, we've got a 2-pack Popsonic Smoothie hair remover and hair trimmer set. So normally these are as much as $60, and right now it's only $20, saving up to 67%, and that is a lot cheaper than going to a salon, Tori.
Guys, head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com right on your smartphone. Thank you so much, Steph. Good stuff to get. By the way, Just Me wrote in, if I were a celebrity stalked by paparazzi, I'd carry a super soaker with me wherever I go. If they refuse to back up, I'd squirt. No one would be physically hurt, just wet.
I think somebody did that, didn't they? Didn't somebody used to spray the paparazzi?
I don't know, but then they have equipment, and then there's a lawsuit.
Oh, you're right, the electronics involved.
And also, you kind of need them to keep your face out there. So I think, like, if you spray them a couple times, maybe Erica's face doesn't show up on the front cover as much as it used to.
Maybe that's what some people want.
Very true. Ooh, super soaker. DBL's new every day. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Thanks for joining us, guys. Bye.
Why would there be a winter surge if more people are getting vaccinated, and many have already had COVID? Well, doctors say there are a few reasons. Your immunity against COVID doesn't last forever. We still don't know how long a previous COVID infection can protect you. And when it comes to the vaccine, we've already seen breakthrough infections as immunity wanes over time. And a lot of people aren't vaccinated. That includes kids under 12 who still can't get the shot. Pediatricians at MUSC say the Delta variant is causing more severe illness in children, putting them at higher risk than they were last winter. Those doctors say out of all the young hospitalized COVID patients, none of them, not even the teenagers, were fully vaccinated on arrival. More evidence that the key to preventing a winter surge is getting more people vaccinated at every age group.
Miss a day of DBL.
I am here to receive said gift. Bold debates. Come on now. Enough.
Get real.
It blows my mind.
Hot celebs.
Happy 5th anniversary.
Love a suit, by the way.
Thank you.
Seriously, Al, give her a break. That just sounded weird, actually.
And all the laughs.
That's Erica feeling it.
Okay, I'm done with this. I'm done. DBL is always all new every day.
Here's what we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
The manhunt for Brian Laundrie continues with new clues. Could a campsite bring investigators closer to finding him? Outrageous TikTok trends at schools, from stealing to vandalism and now slapping teachers. Is social media causing kids more harm than good? A man's sprinkler trap for trespassers. Has the internet divided? Is revenge the best tactic or just plain petty? And Jane Lynch and Kate Flannery are bringing some early holiday cheer to DBL.
I swing a little Christmas time.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No. Y'all, just stop.
Finally here, drum roll. Welcome to DBL. It is Thursday, October 7th. I'm Sam here with Al, Erica, and Tori. Now, we do have an update for you on the manhunt for Brian Laundrie. Police found the remnants of a campsite that appeared to be recently used in the nature reserve near his parents' home in Florida. Meantime, Gabby Petito's family has a message for Brian Laundrie. Here's what they said to Dr. Phil.
I just hope he's found. I really do.
He'll be found.
No, I mean alive.
I want to look him in the eyes.
The more he runs, the more he hides, the less he could try to say it was a mistake or he had nothing to do with it.
I want to see him in a jail cell for the rest of his life, where he's an outdoorsman, being in that concrete cell and he can't go see those trees and hug those, and smell the fresh air like that.
And get this, neighbors of Brian Laundrie's parents are reportedly charging media outlets as much as $3,500 a week to be able to camp out on their yards. Some are even offering tents, internet service, chairs, water, access to their bathrooms. Do you think this is a disservice? Or is it, hey, if the media is there, who cares what people are doing in their own homes to make money?
I think this is us, Sam. I mean, we live in a capitalistic society, and then we get surprised when capitalism shows up. This is how people make money, how they do better. They see an opportunity, and they capitalize on it. This happens every Saturday. If you've ever been to a college football game in small towns, people rent out their lawns, their driveways, 20, 30, 40 bucks for strangers to park because there's no parking at the stadium. So,
but a stadium's different. Like, in my opinion, then give that money to the family. I don't feel right about it.
It feels like blood, in some ways, blood money. I hate saying that term, but it feels a little like greedy and evil in some ways. I get it too. I expected it, but I thought, wow, we're at this point where it's all a game and we're all like paying for different lawns and different lots. This whole thing seems crazy to me, and I just want to know why the U.S. Marshals and the FBI is having so much trouble finding him, and it makes me worried. It makes me concerned.
See, I have a different perspective on the take of the neighbors. I've talked about how my neighbor murdered his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, and it was for months. It would be ATF, FBI. They had a hard time coming up, or they had a hard time getting him, and they ended up getting him on some other charges. So it took a really long time, and we constantly had people on the premises. So when you're thinking about it in terms of the neighborhood, I look at it more like the ripple effect that all of this is having on everyone around them, because now you have parents who are explaining to their children that the guy who lived a couple houses down, murdered someone.
Right.
And that's another conversation. So I'm not really looking at it as if it's greed or opportunistic. I think that sometimes you just have to figure out a way to make it make sense for you, because no one asked for this.
I have a question really quickly. Will we call it blood money or greed when there's a made-for-TV movie about this? Because that's going to be for profit. The actors will get paid. They will run advertising. So again, I always ask this question. I asked it when we were talking about Matthew Perry with the vaccination T-shirts. Who's allowed to make money in this country? Because it seems like when the little guy's like, hey, I'll charge you 40 bucks, everybody's up in arms. But when it comes to being exploited on a national level, everybody's here for it.
Interesting point.
Very good point.
All right, so schools are on alert, and it's all because of a reported new trend on the social media site TikTok. Last month, a TikTok challenge encouraged young kids to vandalize bathrooms, steal classroom items, and even remove toilets from stalls at school. Now there's a new reported trend, which is to slap a teacher. Yeah, this happened to educators in at least 2 different schools, one in South Carolina, another in Missouri. TikTok has denied the trend. They called the quote slap a teacher dare an insult to educators. They also promised to remove any related content from the site. Okay, Al, you're a former teacher. That's assault.
Right.
And you're also a parent to 3 kids. what are your feelings on social media trends? And I just want to keep it really real here, because a lot of people are going to say, oh, this isn't going to happen in our neighborhood. These are two isolated incidents. Actually, one of our producers here in Denver, Colorado, got a letter home from school saying for the parents to watch out for these trends. It says December, deck the halls and expose yourself in school halls. January, jab a breast. February, mess up school signs. June, flip off front office. So, and then we have another producer, coincidentally, whose child did one of these trends, even though they talked to the child, and the child is now suspended from school. I know I would probably be, depending on what frame of mind I'm in, may have been apt to that at 12 years old. I'm not going to blame the children
12,
here.
13, 14.
Not the slap the teacher.
Yeah, but honestly, even with the slap the teacher, as a former teacher, I'm not saying I condone it, but I understand it given how vulnerable you are mentally at that age. You're feeling unseen, you're feeling unsure of yourself. Who am I? Do people like me? How can I make sure that people like me? I can do this thing. Now all of a sudden I'm getting love from all over the world. People are telling me I'm cool, I'm that girl, I'm that dude. And it is intoxicating for kids that are looking for validation. So I get it. It's scary. As a parent, it's terrifying. But I mean, your kids are going to be vulnerable to pressures from the outside world that unfortunately you can't always control.
I'm looking at this as a high yield situation based on what you're saying. The idea that all of a sudden you can be seen. Look at some of the numbers that these posts are generating. Those are probably numbers far larger than these kids have ever seen in their lives. But I think this is an important time to understand that with high yield comes high risk. Right. And especially when we're talking about slapping a teacher in this moment during a pandemic when they're literally risking their lives, they're underpaid, they're under-resourced, there's like a lack of advocacy. So if you're going to have a slap a teacher challenge, then I think that it's only appropriate that they get slapped back.
I don't blame you for saying that, Erica.
I don't either. And I just have to say, I'm just watching Squid Game, which is a
Me too.
a Netflix show
It's
that's very about a dystopia in the near future, right? Where I'm not going to give anything away, but it mixes children's games with violence. And it has a high stakes, and it's about being seen and about being liked, and there's all that. And you start to feel like Squid Game, it became the biggest Netflix show ever in history. It feels like it could be real because this is like it. It's like a bingo game. January, jab a breast. Jab a breast? And so it's become this violent kids game. And it's on TikTok, so it's not real. But that's a woman, a girl, whose breast gets jabbed because of this stupid game.
Well,
I want more restrictions for young people.
Let me chime in here, please. Because I've said it over, and it's always unpopular. I get a lot of pushback every time I say this, and I know that parents have to have accountability, of course. And the user has to have accountability. But I also think these social media apps need regulation. They need to take accountability. And people are going to say it's not TikTok's responsibility, it's the schools, it's the parents. No, this is the wild, wild west here. And there's a lot of schools that don't even, especially in Los Angeles and Silicon Valley, with all the different social media former CEOs are not allowing their children, based on the data that they have seen, to take their phones to school or to even have phones at home. So
that's a luxury, though, you know, that those parents are afforded.
I get that.
Yeah, and let me ask you this. I just thought about this as you guys were talking. When we were growing up, we saw adults with jobs. I can be a firefighter. I can be a politician, whatever. Now kids, what world are they going to? What are you guaranteed by graduating from college? But we have seen people like Jake Paul make millions of dollars at 12, 13 years old, and that's their life. So I think a lot of times these kids are looking at, I need to make my money now at 11 because there is no job. There is no guarantee. There are no more unions. And so this is the world that we've given them, and then we then chastise them for looking for likes when that could literally be the thing that fills their bank account.
Wow, I know. I feel like we've gone too far
into
that world. I really do.
Ya.
Coming up on DBL, Kim Kardashian is hosting SNL this weekend, but she insists some jokes are off limits. And you know them from Glee and The Office. Jane Lynch and Kate Flannery are here. The hilarious duo shares what they have in the works. And what would you do if your wedding photographer deleted all your photos out of spite? We have some hilarious but cringeworthy revenge stories coming up next.
Closed captioning provided by
right, guys, you guys are chiming in a lot. I also thought that Donnie F says, I never thought of that, Erica, what you were saying about how to make this like normal living for some people when you have to like allow the press on there. Like this isn't, they didn't ask for this. I didn't think about that either. I thought that was a really good point.
Yeah, I'm not saying that $3,500 is appropriate, but also that's not my home and my property.
Right.
When you think about it in terms of your home, your property, one, I think that it's a better alternative than to be like, well, everybody, like make it difficult for the press to be there. It's like, it's almost kind of inviting them to stay, but let's make it work for all of us. And this is the way that it works for us. So, you know, that's, to me, that's what I got out of it, because it is super crazy for your home to be your sanctuary. It's supposed to be your safe place. And now you know that there's this terrible black cloud over this area, and you don't have any control. So, for me, it was just super crazy to like have, I mean, all federal agents like in my home essentially, because we lived in a condo.
It's like a coping mechanism. And then I also thought what you said was so interesting. Who gets to make money? The little guy or only the big movie production? I had never thought about that.
It's, I mean, this is what it is. I mean, we see podcasts about it. They're selling MeUndies and Stamps.com in the middle of those ads.
Right.
I mean,
you're totally right about that.
We're in this weird position where our entertainment directly translates to money, and now anybody with a podcast hookup is in entertainment. How many moms have gotten famous? How many cleaners have gotten famous? Cooks, chefs at home.
These are sold out
So if you can get famous like that, you can make money like that. People are going to always be looking to make money.
It's the gig economy influencers. I don't know why I said it.
Welcome back to DBL. We've got a couple stories of revenge for you. Up first, a wedding photographer who was hired to shoot a bride and groom's big day got upset when she was denied a break to get something to eat or drink. After working 6 hours straight, in revenge, she deleted all the wedding photos she took that day. Erica, you think she went too far?
This is why it's so important, especially when you're working with friends, which was this situation, to have a contract. Spell out exactly what is expected. I mean, no one would think that you wouldn't get fed after that long a day. That's pretty typical, but you should have a contract.
And she was paid $250 for the entire event. I don't think she thought that she would never get a break.
Well, that's what happens. You know, unfortunately, when you do people a favor, they don't always look at it. They feel like they're doing you a favor by letting you photograph their wedding, and that's how these people responded. I mean, apparently this woman went way down on her scale to do this favor, and this is how you get repaid, unfortunately.
Ooh. Put meals in a contract. Put them in, even breaks. Put them in a contract.
Yeah.
She's absolutely right.
A good person and treat your employees.
Yeah, but some people don't.
Some people don't function like that.
That's why
contracts exist.
Yeah,
the contract.
Exactly.
A man on TikTok has gone viral. I love this. He says that people regularly cut across his lawn because it's faster than walking around the perimeter. But anyone with a lawn knows regular foot traffic, damages the turf. So the man rigged up a little payback scenario. Check it out. He hooked up an automatic sprinkler, which is triggered by trespassers who then get doused as they walk by. I'm all about this.
Love this so much. Yeah, I mean, people
you
just
need
don't
something
even...
like that because people like park in your driveway, let squirrels out in front of your house.
Her house has a lot of activity.
There's so many stories.
So many stories.
That she just tells so casually.
I'm just used to, I mean, it's city living, but that's actually why we built a courtyard, because people, we had just a slab of concrete basically, and people would be standing like right in our doorway having a conversation, and I'm like, hi, like, what are you doing? Like, you're literally in our almost in our home.
It's crazy,
And for someone who's like, my husband and I are really into keeping our lawn green.
Of course.
Because like all the kids with the foot traffic, our new dog Scruffy digs holes. We're constantly trying to keep that grass going. So I don't blame this person at all.
Spite sprinkler, man, works for me.
It's a great idea. I came around on this one. I wasn't feeling it first. I came around. I like it. Yeah.
Okay, so Al, I think you're going to have something to say about this next revenge story. A California man is suing his psychic for $25,000. He claims that she offered to remove a witch's curse from his marriage and promised he'd be happy again if he paid her $5,100. The man reportedly paid a hefty down payment, but lo and behold, he says there was no improvement, Al. So now he's suing her for failing to remove the spell.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is why I try and be open. I am surrounded by people that believe in the moon and the stars and solstice and spirit and Mercury and retrograde. Lindsay's got some crystals on her desk over there. You guys believe in all the universe till $5,100 is on the table. Now you're at a lawyer's office. Where's the universe when you need it? Like, hey, walk it how you talk it. So if you guys want this, go rub some sticks together and put them in a circle of rocks and get your money back.
Hey.
Don't use a lawyer.
Okay, first of all, that's a whole paganism is a real thing.
Is that paganism?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Solstice, equinox, being with nature, one, and understanding that the stars and moons can move women's menstruation. It's an
Where's my $5,100?
I'm simply saying don't diss it all. There is there's a history behind it. There's context, Erica.
I agree, and I think at the end of the day, let's not blame this on this woman, okay? The spell that gets removed comes in the form of divorce papers. That's what it is.
It's a magic
She made my point.
And first of all, Al, there can be good, just like there's good lawyers and bad lawyers, there can be good psychics and bad psychics, okay?
No.
Yes.
No, you just can't say okay and that's the end of it. We're going to cut to commercial. Yes. They're just people in a room waiting for Sam to come in there so she can tell her something.
Eric and I have some stories for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming up on DBL. Jane Lynch and Kate Flannery are hitting the road for a swingin' little Christmas. We'll tell you all about it coming up next.
Beverly Miller wanted to know, is it true the Postmaster General is appointed by the president? Is his term limited? Let's verify with our sources the U.S. Code of Federal Regulations and the United States Postal Service. Right now, Louis DeJoy is the 75th Postmaster General of the United States, serving as CEO of USPS since June 2020. According to federal regulations, the president does not have the power to change that role. It's the Postal Service Board of Governors who is in charge of appointing or removing the Postmaster General. The president does, however, nominate the governors. The appointees are confirmed by the Senate and serve for 7 years. It's important to point out that no more than 5 of the 9 appointments can be from the same political party. President Biden recently filled 3 vacancies to the governing board in May. So Beverly claims that the president has power to appoint or fire the Postmaster General are false. Instead, the Postmaster General serves at the pleasure of the Board of Governors for an indefinite amount of time. With your verified fast facts, I'm Liza Lucas.
What would Madonna do? Well, the answer to that question is usually date a younger man. So let's see some arm candy, girls. Sorry, freshmen. You're gonna have to start trolling the middle schools.
Welcome back to DBL. She played the crooked coach in Glee, and now she's teaming up with Meredith from The Office to make us laugh our way into the holidays. Jane Lynch and Kate Flannery share what it's like touring together in today's Chatting with the Stars.
Jane Lynch and Kate Flannery, welcome to DBL. Hello, ladies. How are you?
Very good. How are all you? Great.
Feeling good, feeling good.
Yeah.
Feeling fresh. All right. First, we have to ask you, what do you say to fans who just want you to revisit those roles as two of the TV's most unforgettable characters, Meredith from The Office and Glee's Sue Sylvester? Are there any reboots?
Ooh.
Not that I'm aware of, but I will act out any episode of The Office if you ask me. Fine. I'll do any episode on the spot. Just ask me.
That's so awesome of
And
you.
there are no reboots as far as I know for Glee.
Will you do the Sue, or are you kind of like, I'm done with this?
I'm done with this.
I knew something bad was gonna happen today.
You said that yesterday.
Yeah, my neighbor got murdered.
So great talking to you two ladies today. You guys, I didn't know this. You guys put an album together, a Christmas album, back in 2016, which I think is wonderful. But you guys knew each other way before that. When did you guys first meet?
Well, the very first time I ever went to Second City, Jane Lynch was on stage understudying for Bonnie Hunt. And then little did I know that a year and a half later, I became Jane's understudy in another show in another theater, the Annoyance Theater. Crazy.
Yeah. So we've known each other for decades, and we've been singing with each other for about that long. And we've been touring together now for about 7 years, believe it or not. And we have an album, a Christmas album. It came out 2016. But the great thing about Christmas albums is that you can, they refresh themselves every year.
They're evergreen.
Gonna be rocking with the rhythm of some holiday tunes. But baby, it wouldn't be a party if it didn't have you. A swing a little Christmas time.
You could tell the chemistry between you guys,
it's
right?
amazing.
Absolutely. They're friends. You can tell.
Absolutely.
The harmony is there, if you will. Now, you're currently both in a live cabaret show called The Two Lost Souls with Tony Guerrero Quartet. And right after that, you're going to be back on the road with A Swingin' Little Christmas. How are these two different?
Well, one has nothing to do with Christmas, and the other one's all Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah. But it's basically the same style of music that we love so much, which is that kind of jazzy late 50s, early 60s stuff that the Tony Guerrero Quintet just excels at.
They're amazing.
And our Christmas album is all your favorite Christmas songs, but set to that. It's a throwback, set to that kind of late 50s, early
That
60s
era, that
jazzy
vibe.
big band thing.
Close to the people who are close to me. Here in the whole my life. Who could see that a man would come who would change the shape of my dreams?
I need you guys to make a commandment here on the show that we will go by from now on, so no pressure on you guys. Your Swingin' Little Christmas tour starts right after Thanksgiving. When do the holidays start? Is it after Thanksgiving? Is it after Halloween? Like, when is it officially holiday time?
I feel like for me, it's before Thanksgiving. I just get it in my heart. I can't help it. I love it.
Yeah, I don't want to peak too soon.
Yes.
So I try to hold it off until, like, say, December 1st.
Oh, that's discipline.
I get made fun of a lot on this show, ladies, because I put mine up the day after Halloween.
It's crazy.
Christmas decorations down, the tree goes up in my house, because I want to celebrate Christmas a little bit longer. I love that time of year.
It's insane.
Good.
Jane and Kate, I could speak to you forever. Thank you for joining us. DBL Nation, visit janelynchofficial.com to check out tour dates for A Swingin' Little Christmas. I cannot wait. I'll be putting it on. This Jew will be listening.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. We'll be right back. Thanks, guys.
Party where so glad you could come. We're taking the chance to get together for some holiday fun. When somebody's trying to
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
This tweet showing a bottle of Vicks Vapor Rub has garnered over 20,000 retweets and 331,000 likes. The woman who posted it says even though the product has an expiration date of January 1987, she still used the vintage Vicks on her son who was sick, and she says it helped. Expired cold medicine questions are a common topic on online message boards as well, with several Reddit threads claiming it's safe to take expired pills or liquid medicine. So let's verify. Should you take expired cold medicine? Our sources are the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the National Capital Poison Center, and Dr. Brooke Hudspeth, Chief Practice Officer at the University of Kentucky College of Pharmacy. In 1979, the FDA began requiring an expiration date on prescription and over-the-counter medication. The FDA says if your medicine has expired, do not use it. According to the National Capital Poison Center, there are many drugs that are probably effective after their expiration date has passed, but most aren't tested beyond then to be sure. Dr. Brooke Hudspeth says the expiration date tells us how long the medications are their most potent.
After that expiration date, we can't be confident that those medications will have their full potency or be able to work as well to treat the condition that we're trying to treat.
The NCPC warns drugs kept for a long time may deteriorate if they are not stored properly. They say warm, humid places like bathrooms and kitchens are not ideal. So we can verify, no, you shouldn't take expired cold medicine. If you need to get rid of any expired medication in your medicine cabinet, don't throw it in the trash or the toilet. Instead, the FDA recommends dropping it off at a drug take-back site or program as soon as possible. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
Welcome back to DBL. Okay, so we have some comments here. Tori, you do not have them, right?
Correct. I'm trying to load them.
All right.
Do you think maybe if you guys weren't talking during the entire break, Sam wouldn't be trying to look for comments with a green tea hidden under the table?
Sorry, y'all.
Okay.
I made y'all talk.
No,
Yes,
you were
there
great.
was some drama, so it was worth it. Tell our audience we love them, and we'll be back.
I do have two comments. One's about the sprinklers, and they like it. The other one.
Thanks, Sam.
You can watch the second half of the show online. Watch on YouTube, dailyblastlive.com, or our DBL mobile app. But if you're sticking around, here's what's coming up. Andy Cohen held nothing back when grilling Erica Chain on her embezzlement scandal. We have a look at the explosive Real Housewives reunion special. I can't wait to hear what our Erica has to say about that. And would you take sex advice from Gwyneth Paltrow, Tori?
No.
She's dishing it all in her new show, Sex, Love, and Goop.
Why would there be a winter surge if more people are getting vaccinated, and many have already had COVID? Well, doctors say there are a few reasons. Your immunity against COVID doesn't last forever. We still don't know how long a previous COVID infection can protect you. And when it comes to the vaccine, we've already seen breakthrough infections as immunity wanes over time. And a lot of people aren't vaccinated. That includes kids under 12 who still can't get the shot. Pediatricians at MUSC say the Delta variant is causing more severe illness in children, putting them at higher risk than they were last winter. Those doctors say out of all the young hospitalized COVID patients, none of them, not even the teenagers, were fully vaccinated on arrival. More evidence that the key to preventing a winter surge is getting more people vaccinated at every age group.
Don't miss a day of DBL.
I am here to receive said gift.
Bold debates. Come on now.
Enough.
Get real.
It blows my mind.
Hot celebs.
Happy 5th anniversary.
Love a suit, by the way.
Thank you.
Seriously, Al, give her a break. That just sounded weird, actually.
And all the laughs. That's Erica feeling it. Okay, I'm done with it. I'm done. DBL is always all new every day.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No.
Nope.
Y'all just
It's
stop.
finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. We're just over here talking about monster trucks.
Yes.
I'm Sam here with Al, Eric,
We
and
will handle
Tori.
this in the commercial break. I will not forget.
Let's get started. Kim Kardashian is getting ready for her big hosting debut on SNL this weekend. But is her ex Kanye West helping her out? According to The Sun, Kim will roast Kanye during the show, but she's also getting Kanye's approval on all sketches featuring him beforehand. Kim reportedly said nothing is off limits when it comes to making fun of her husband, but she allegedly told the show that they can't make fun of her sister Khloe photoshopping her pics on social media or the cheating scandal with her ex Tristan Thompson. Do you think that she should have some boundaries there?
Well, of course she should have boundaries, but I don't want to know about them. I want to be surprised. Like, is she going to talk about this? Maybe it'll happen like this. And also, I'm not hating on Kim Kardashian for this. I think that this is a great example of how we can kind of, test our limits and expand to other things. So I'm going to watch this. Well, I'll watch the highlights.
You'll watch
what I mean.
the highlights. I think what's so interesting is Owen Wilson was on as their opener last week. It was terrible in a lot of people's opinions, and it had terrible ratings.
I didn't think it was bad.
It was terrible. I didn't love it, but here's the reason. I think Kim K, you're going to get all the eyeballs, and the ratings are going to go up. I wish they had put Kanye as the musical guest. That would have been a really cool thing.
That's a great idea.
Kim and Kanye, and he might make an appearance. But I'll also say this, knowing a Kim K fan, she's very shy. She's not a performer, and she's never done anything like this. So to see her try comedy, everyone's going to tune in. I think she's facing a fear.
Yeah.
Do you think Kris, her mom, came with the stipulations, or that was Kim trying to be respectful of her relationships, or do you think Khloe had the stipulations?
I'm sure Khloe said something.
You
because
do?
I mean, yes, because she knows that the SNL writers are going to go straight for the low-hanging fruit, which is, her Photoshop pics. No, I mean the easiest jokes to make, which is, the cheating scandal, and that was a weird turn of phrase, the cheating scandal and, her photoshopping. So that's the only thing I'll push back on you, Erica, is I think it's okay to put the boundaries out there. That way, Monday morning quarterback, people won't go, well, SNL was scared to go there. They were scared to go there. Now they're like, we're not going here. We're telling you ahead of time. But everything else is on the table.
It's interesting.
Oh, Erica took it. You changed her mind.
Al's the comedian. He would know best.
All right, so we're going to get a first look at Gwyneth Paltrow's new Netflix series called Sex, Love, and Goop.
Here for it.
Where couples get help on their sex and intimacy issues from Gwyneth and a team of experts. Watch.
We're having sex. It's a show about sex. We're going to talk about sex.
I just realized I've been embracing for a long time. You're not broken. You compare sex to brushing his teeth.
You say, I want to be the king.
What just happened to me?
If one person changes their erotic lives, it's worth it.
Okay, Tori,
Everyone turns to me. First of all, I will say this. Anything that enhances the sex life of your partner and you, or whatever you choose, I'm for. I love learning more vocabulary. Real Sex on HBO, do you guys remember in the 90s?
Of course.
Taught a lot of people about what a fetish was, what a kink was. Sorry, Bert, but there's like a lot of things that really need to be out in the open and discussed. Do I wish, someone just goes, 8 minutes. Do I wish Gwyneth, I'm glad she's not the expert. I was worried it was Gwyneth teaching couples about sex. There are real experts there. Let them do their job and look great. I actually don't hate this.
Will you watch it?
Atlanta.
I might watch it. Probably not.
Somebody check the temperature because hell has frozen over. Because Tori is the biggest hater of Gwyneth Paltrow.
I am.
Well, she did say she wishes it was experts and people and not really Gwyneth. So
I guess she needs a name. You agree?
Maybe
She needs a name.
Maybe. I mean, look at Gwyneth. Definitely with Goop has used a lot of different products to enhance people's sex lives. She had a candle named after her. Female,
right? But she also had
that I'm not allowed to say on daytime.
Do you guys
TV,
ever wonder the reason we're having this conversation and she's able to have this show is because of the way we're talking about it right now? Her candle and her lady stuff and naughty parts. We're acting so weird because we have to. No, we are beholden by the.
I have no problem. I look at my body completely as like a feeding trough for my
Don't say that, Sam. You kill it for me for a week.
Our four executive producers are like
losing it.
In their ears. We shouldn't have to like dance around terms when it comes to biology and anatomy. But unfortunately, with daytime TV,
and clearly couples do that have been together forever.
Exactly. That's going to be the draw of the show. There is an entire there's multiple generations that could not be sex positive, and now as a result, they're sex stagnant. And I think that if we make it more mainstream to have these conversations about how we all literally got here, then people wouldn't be so closed and closed-minded about it.
And it's not only being closed-minded, even though that's a big part of it. I was very honest on the show. After I had Sophie, when I went through postpartum depression, my libido crashed. Can I say libido on the show?
Yes.
Okay. My libido crashed. So I think it's okay to talk about that stuff. So it may not only be that you're not sex positive or how culture formed your narrative around sex, but it could be that you're suffering in that moment. And how do you get that mojo back? Maybe the TV show's the answer.
And maybe you wouldn't have known that and thought you were alone.
And don't get it twisted. If you're not getting it right, you are suffering.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That was a good button. That was good.
Okay. Erica Jane is in the hot seat in a new preview for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion special. Erica was grilled by host Andy Cohen and her castmates over how much she knew about the embezzlement scandal with her estranged husband, Tom Girardi. Take a look.
He's having multiple affairs, yet, as we know, he put $20 million and more into your account. Who believes Erica did not know anything about what Tom was doing?
Can someone please back up on what I'm saying?
Erica, before you chime in, I just want our viewers to understand what these allegations are. The allegations have to do with her husband being this hotshot attorney. He represented Erin Brockovich, and then he also represented a lot of people that were victims of plane crashes, burn victims, orphans, and he's being accused of embezzling, actually charged with embezzling that money, stealing the money from his clients.
Like over $101 million. And he was represented in Erin Brockovich.
Yes.
He didn't represent. So yes, she has a lot of questions that need answers. Here's the thing. When you are on a reality TV show, then there is a relationship with the audience. Like, we are investing in who you're portraying yourself to be, and we're investing in the storyline. Now, if your storyline is shifting to a place where the reality just got real, where there's a scandal going on, people are asking questions of the network. Andy Cohen is the face of the network, so people are asking questions of him. Do you support someone who potentially profited off of ill-gotten gains for the absolute, most vulnerable victims? And so, right now, we're watching the show, and we're looking at these ladies, other than Garcelle and Sutton, because Fancy Drew is on the case, and we're looking at them like, why aren't you asking her more questions? Why aren't you putting her feet to the fire? Y'all will literally argue about any tiny thing, but when it's something serious, you want to play it safe? Nah, girl, we want to know.
Yeah, I also want to watch Fancy Drew.
Oh, Fancy Drew.
A better version of Nancy Drew.
Yes.
Are you serious?
No, that's
Sutton
Erica.
is Fancy Drew, yes. Yeah. She's one of the most affluent housewives, darling. And she has been asking all the questions the viewers want to know.
It's like you're speaking another language.
It's a totally different language.
I like Fancy Drew.
Okay, so Victoria and David Beckham's son, Brooklyn, is being roasted online for his cooking skills. Brooklyn appeared on the Today Show, where he basically just assembled a breakfast sandwich. Watch.
It's not good.
Bacon, and then the egg.
Okay.
The moon's over my hammy.
Yeah.
Just a little.
No, wait, what about the ketchup?
Right, that's great. A little sweetness.
Okay, hold on. Oh, look what he does.
Come
on. Yum.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, it was your first time. You did great, honey.
Oh,
no, you
my God.
didn't.
If he was on our show, we'd be like, come on, I can go make that in the back. Twitter wasn't impressed with his great-grandmother's recipe or the untoasted white bread. One person wrote, quote, was this meant to be a joke? Yeah, we would have fun with it.
Yeah, I mean.
Look at Erica's face. What's wrong, Erica?
I just have secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah, it's embarrassing for the show.
He didn't even toast.
But I think Hoda's reaction is what it's like when you are the child of celebrity.
You better tell it.
You cannot figure out what reality is because you can just take a piece of dirt, put it between, and everybody's like, good job.
And they called it a ketchup drizzle. Ketchup drizzle.
I felt sorry for him.
Right.
That sandwich wouldn't pass at a campsite. And he is on national TV and everybody's clapping for him.
No, but you heard the silence. There was a weird silence when he's like, and that's it. You just put it on the white bread. And they're like, great job.
No, see, that's exactly why I'm like, if I'm not feeling something, everybody gonna know about it. Because I'm not about to sit. You're such a good child, and I'm not coming down on Hoda. Hoda, my girl. I love Hoda.
But she knows
I don't know
too.
Hoda, but
like, stop.
I mean,
y'all know.
Do you think this is Erica? Let me ask you this: do you think this is a leverage play? Like we're going to see David Beckham on there in a month, and it's like
they can get David Beckham. This is the Today Show. They can get David Beckham on there the next day.
Okay, then explain why we're here. Honestly, I want to know. Like, why do you think they took that story?
No, that's a good point.
Was this a leverage play? Like you have to take the kid in order to get the couple in a month?
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking.
You know what
we used to do, like, what do they call it? Like sidecar interviews all the time. Like you have a big artist on a label, but in order to get the big artist, you have to get an up-and-comer.
I feel bad for Brooklyn Beckham because everyone wants the Beckham and not the Brooklyn. That's how I feel. They never want him. They just want the Beckham part. That's got to be kind of stinks.
Well, because we don't know him like we know his
Today
parents.
Show.
Yeah, but I guess it's just we all.
But was he selling anything?
Maybe he has a new cookbook. I'm not going to buy it.
I will not buy it. I'm not buying that.
Sam, forever the optimist. You are. Glass is half full.
Okay. I am glass half full.
Yeah, I love that about you.
Coming up on DBL, a superintendent goes above and beyond when a bus driver shortage leaves students behind. You don't want to miss today's Heartthreads.
Bacon and then the egg.
Okay.
The moon's over my hammy. Yeah. Just a little.
No, wait, what about the ketchup?
That's great. A little sweetness.
Okay, hold on. Oh, look what he does.
Come
on. Yum.
Brooklyn.
Closed captioning provided by
I'm going to send it to her.
Okay. So one thought that I did not think about until now was I know how hard we all four have worked to get on to this platform. If any one of us had the opportunity to show one of our, I guess, skills, whether it be cooking in Brooklyn's case or something else, we would go on there super produced and super prepared.
Ready.
He didn't have the wherewithal, it looks like, to really think it through and produce it because he doesn't see the opportunity like we all would.
But there's people for that. Like you want to, like
He doesn't need it,
okay,
though.
let's say
in his mind he's like, I don't need it.
But let's say Sophie gets an opportunity to go on a television show. You would be talking and having a conversation to make sure that she is prepared. Yeah. They have teams of people around them.
And David Beckham and Victoria Beckham's your mom and dad.
Yeah. Like Victoria Beckham's most curated person, probably in entertainment.
Yeah. He seems so bored. Here's your white bread.
There's another. I could take the other side of this. I always could. He went on to show Americans a classic British dish. That was the point of it. That this is something that's been passed down through generations from his grandparents and so forth. And so it was the Britishness of the dish that made it a thing.
He should have said, I know this doesn't
I was
look
just arguing the other side for the heck
Then
of it.
he should have said, I know this doesn't look fancy, but guess
That's
what?
right. That's right.
Fancy doesn't equate to something that tastes good, and it's easy. This is easy.
Because it's basically a McDonald's English muffin.
That's what people are writing in, by the way. Everyone's writing in.
Where's the English muffin? Are English muffins only here?
I tried.
I don't know.
No, but they don't toast. I think
You should have had verbiage then.
to explain the message.
Yes.
This is what my great grandma.
Of course not,
it
because
just
it's not an opportunity like it would be for any one of us.
He didn't
They don't
eat it.
care.
It looked like
Totally
a
right.
producer threw their heads in and went into a production room.
A ketchup drizzle. It's called. I'm pouring some ketchup on my sad little legs.
Can't use fancy words.
No.
It looked good.
Person uses that much ketchup.
Drizzle. And remember, Carson Daly's the one, or Hoda asked for ketchup.
What?
Who asked for the ketchup? Who's like, don't forget.
Welcome back to DBL. One superintendent won't let anything stop her students from getting the education they deserve. Watch her go above and beyond in today's Heartthreads.
This school superintendent is helping out by driving the bus. The nationwide bus driver shortage hit St. Francis area schools. They were forced to cancel a bus route 2 days in a row.
There is nothing worse than making that call and saying we can't come get your children today.
So, Superintendent Beth Geese got her bus driver's license.
I thought this is something really small that I could do, so I went and got my bus license to help fix the problem.
Now she can step in when there's an emergency. Beth also serves as an educational assistant on the school buses.
Yep, I'll be riding Route 30 tonight.
As a leader, Beth believes it's just part of her job.
I can't have kids that don't have a ride home or ride to school. Again, if I can lead by example and we get 10 more people that want to get their license because of this, that's great.
We needed that story today. We'll be right back.
Month, and DBL is celebrating by bringing attention to those who have left their mark on Hispanic culture. Today we honor Richie Valens, the Mexican-American singer who rose to fame in the 1950s as a teen. His breakout hit La Bamba put Valens on the level of other huge pop stars of the time. Tragically, Richie died in a plane crash at age 17, alongside fellow musicians Buddy Holly and the Big Bopper. Although his life was short, he is credited with introducing Americans to Mexican music, and for that, his legacy continues to live on.
Beverly Miller wanted to know, is it true the Postmaster General is appointed by the President? Is his term limited? Let's verify with our sources the U.S. Code of Federal Regulations and the United States Postal Service. Right now, Louis DeJoy is the 75th Postmaster General of the United States, serving as CEO of USPS since June 2020. According to federal regulations, the President does not have the power to change that role. It's the Postal Service Board of Governors who is in charge of appointing or removing the Postmaster General. The President does, however, nominate the governors. The appointees are confirmed by the Senate and serve for 7 years. It's important to point out that no more than 5 of the 9 appointments can be from the same political party. President Biden recently filled 3 vacancies to the governing board in May. So Beverly claims that the President has power to appoint or fire the Postmaster General are false. Instead, the Postmaster General serves at the pleasure of the Board of Governors for an indefinite amount of time. With your verified fast facts, I'm Liza Lucas.
Welcome back to DBL. Earlier, Steph showed Tori some amazing discounted products from our friends at Morning Save. If you start your holiday shopping early, like me, you don't want to miss this. Check it out.
All right, what do you have for us today, Stephanie?
Hey, Tori, I've got some wonderful products and even better deals, and I can't wait to share them with you. So first up, we've got Glow 48-foot outdoor weatherproof string lights with 15 Edison bulbs.
Yes!
Like, let's be honest, you've seen these on porches, patios, outdoor restaurants, and I know you've wanted your own.
Yes!
But we were waiting for just the right deal. Well, you don't need to look anymore with an impressive 48 feet length and 15 sturdy glass bulbs. This is the set for you guys. They're weatherproof and heavy duty, and the Edison bulb look is extra chic.
Nice.
Believe me, you're gonna be impressed. So normally these are like $160, but right now they're only $39, saving our viewers up to 76%.
Light me up, honey. I just think these add such a beautiful, first of all, you look better in this lighting. Everyone looks better in this, you know what I mean? And this is a sturdy pair that you can have up for all seasons, all year. I'm so into this. Great price.
I love these. These are my product of the week.
Ooh, yay.
Okay, now Tori, these make me want to just crawl into bed. We've got Bib Home 3-piece printed reversible quilt set.
Oh.
So this set includes 1 quilt and 2 shams, and you can get it in either queen or king size. And it's available in 5 different patterns. And the microfiber material isn't going to bunch up or wrinkle on you over time. The best bit? It's stain, fade, and spill resistant too.
Nice.
And normally it's as much as $129 for the queen and $149 for the king.
Yeah, those things are pricey.
Are you ready? We've got it for only $29, Tori, saving up to 81%.
Guys, you know you can't get sets like that for that price. That is unreal.
Now, this next item is gonna jazz up your wrists. It's the Laura Ashley Ladies T-Bar Case Double Stone Bezel Mesh Band Watch.
Whoa.
So you'll get 1 watch, available in 3 different colors, and this watch can dress up a casual outfit and will go perfectly with business or black tie attire. And it's the perfect gift for the upcoming holidays.
Yes.
It features 2 rows of stones, I love a bit of sparkle,
Me
Tori,
too.
around the face, and a sleek mesh band.
Oh, I like that.
Now for one, it's normally as much as $90, Tori, but we've got one for $19, saving up to 79%, Tori.
Just put them all in my basket. These are all gifts. These are all gifts. Who wouldn't want to open a sparkle watch? You guys, it dresses up any outfit.
Isn't
and
this
think
lovely?
White t-shirt, blue jeans, rose gold sparkle. Done.
And then last but certainly not least, Tori, we've got a 2-pack Pop Sonic Smoothie hair remover and hair trimmer set. So you'll get 1 hair trimmer with a cutting guide. Look how fancy all this stuff is. Cleaning brush and 1 hair remover. So you get loads, and there are plenty of colors and patterns for you guys to choose from.
Cute.
Look how tiny this is. So if you've got any unwanted hair, this grooming set will take care of it. So you can use it on peach fuzz, eyebrows, nose, ears, and more. So normally these are as much as $60. And right now it's only $20, saving up to 67%, and that is a lot cheaper than going to a salon, Tori.
Guys, head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com right on your smartphone. Thank you so much, Steph. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
This tweet showing a bottle of Vicks Vapor Rub has garnered over 20,000 retweets and 331,000 likes. The woman who posted it says even though the product has an expiration date of January 1987, she still used the vintage Vicks on her son who was sick, and she says it helped. Expired cold medicine questions are a common topic on online message boards as well, with several Reddit threads claiming it's safe to take expired pills or liquid medicine. So let's verify. Should you take expired cold medicine? Our sources are the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the National Capital Poison Center, and Dr. Brooke Hudspeth, Chief Practice Officer at the University of Kentucky College of Pharmacy. In 1979, the FDA began requiring an expiration date on prescription and over-the-counter medication. The FDA says if your medicine has expired, do not use it. According to the National Capital Poison Center, there are many drugs that are probably effective after their expiration date has passed, but most aren't tested beyond then to be sure. Dr. Brooke Hudspeth says the expiration date tells us how long the medications are their most potent.
After that expiration date, we can't be confident that those medications will have their full potency or be able to work as well to treat the condition that we're trying to treat.
The NCPC warns drugs kept for a long time may deteriorate if they are not stored properly. They say warm, humid places like bathrooms and kitchens are not ideal. So we can verify, no, you shouldn't take expired cold medicine. If you need to get rid of any expired medication in your medicine cabinet, don't throw it in the trash or the toilet. Instead, the FDA recommends dropping it off at a drug take-back site or program as soon as possible. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
Tomorrow on DBL, host of HGTV's Flipping 101, Tariq El Moussa will be here live. Plus, Michelle Trachtenberg reveals more about her true crime docuseries and that infamous villain role on Gossip Girl.
I'll never tell.
Oh. That's tomorrow on DBL.
Welcome back. Tori, we got comments?
And I have them, so we're good. Lainey writes in, was this cooking segment, the Brooklyn Beckham thing, a favor to the Beckhams? What the heck was that? So your conspiracy lives on.
A little conspiracy action.
Kara says, I've seen better sandwiches at McDonald's. And
Hey,
Mara,
don't bring McDonald's
I
into
love
this.
McDonald's, right? And Mara says, looks like someone didn't get the sports gene, but cooking isn't it either, Brooklyn. Oh, sorry, that's me.
Yeah, but like,
sorry.
But also, like, if you're gonna do that accent, like, there has to be a payoff. You just kept saying it like that, but there was no end to it.
That was the whole point. Was the accent was the joke.
Oh, okay.
I think it would have been just fine if he would have called it what it is
Yeah.
and just said, listen, this is nothing fancy. This is my grandmother's recipe.
Great,
just
yeah.
because it doesn't look fancy doesn't mean it doesn't
way to
taste
pull the
good.
viewers in, Sam.
No, but really,
you can't say this is nothing.
It's a classic, traditional, old British recipe. So for Americans,
But if you say that, you can't make that.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, that's what they had.
I feel like the British have been through enough. They didn't need that.
Exactly. How about you get a British chef on there?
DBL's new every day. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Why would there be a winter surge if more people are getting vaccinated and many have already had COVID? Doctors say there are a few reasons. Your immunity against COVID doesn't last forever. We still don't know how long a previous COVID infection can protect you. And when it comes to the vaccine, we've already seen breakthrough infections as immunity wanes over time. And a lot of people aren't vaccinated. That includes kids under 12 who still can't get the shot. Pediatricians at MUSC say the Delta variant is causing more severe illness in children, putting them at higher risk than they were last winter. Those doctors say out of all the young hospitalized COVID patients, none of them, not even the teenagers, were fully vaccinated on arrival. More evidence that the key to preventing a winter surge is getting more people vaccinated at every age group.
Miss a day of DBL.
I am here to receive that gift.
Bold debates. Come on now.
Enough.
Get real.
It blows my mind.
Hot celebs.
Happy 5th anniversary.
Love a suit, by the way.
Thank you.
Seriously, Al, give her a break. That just sounded weird, actually.
And all the laughs. That's Erica feeling it. Okay, I'm done with you. I'm done. DBL is always all new every day.
Here's what we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
The manhunt for Brian Laundrie continues with new clues. Could a campsite bring investigators closer to finding him? Outrageous TikTok trends at schools, from stealing to vandalism and now slapping teachers. Is social media causing kids more harm than good? A man's sprinkler trap for trespassers. Has the internet divided? Is revenge the best tactic or just plain petty? And Jane Lynch and Kate Flannery are bringing some early holiday cheer to DBL.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No.
Nope.
Y'all, just stop.
Finally here, drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. It is Thursday, October 7th. I'm Sam here with Al, Erica, and Tori. Now, we do have an update for you on the manhunt for Brian Laundrie. Police found the remnants of a campsite that appeared to be recently used in the nature reserve near his parents' home in Florida. Meantime, Gabby Petito's family has a message for Brian Laundrie. Here's what they said to Dr. Phil.
I just hope he's found. I really do.
He'll be found.
No, I mean alive.
I want to look him in the eyes.
The more he runs, the more he hides, the less he could try to say it was a mistake or he had nothing to do with it.
I want to see him in a jail cell for the rest of his life, where he's an outdoorsman, being in that concrete cell and he can't go see those trees and hug those, and smell the fresh air like that.
And get this, neighbors of Brian Laundrie's parents are reportedly charging media outlets as much as $3,500 a week to be able to camp out on their yards. Some are even offering tents, internet service, chairs, water, access to their bathrooms. Do you think this is a disservice? Or is it, hey, if the media is there, who cares what people are doing in their own homes to make money?
I think this is us, Sam. I mean, we live in a capitalistic society, and then we get surprised when capitalism shows up. This is how people make money, how they do better. They see an opportunity, and they capitalize on it. This happens every Saturday. If you've ever been to a college football game in small towns, people rent out their lawns, their driveways, $20, $30, $40 for strangers to park because there's no parking at the stadium. So,
but a stadium's different. Like, in my opinion, then give that money to the family. I don't feel right about it.
It feels like blood, in some ways, blood money. I hate saying that term, but it feels a little like greedy and evil in some ways. I get it too. I expected it, but I thought, wow, we're at this point where it's all a game and we're all like paying for different lawns and different lots. This whole thing seems crazy to me, and I just want to know why the U.S. Marshals and the FBI is having so much trouble finding him, and it makes me worried. It makes me concerned.
See, I have a different perspective on the take of the neighbors. I've talked about how my neighbor murdered his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, and it was for months. It would be ATF, FBI. They had a hard time coming up, or they had a hard time getting him, and they ended up getting him on some other charges. So it took a really long time, and we constantly had people on the premises. So when you're thinking about it in terms of the neighborhood, I look at it more like the ripple effect that all of this is having on everyone around them, because now you have parents who are explaining to their children that the guy who lived a couple houses down, murdered someone.
Right.
And that's another conversation. So I'm not really looking at it as if it's greed or opportunistic. I think that sometimes you just have to figure out a way to make it make sense for you, because no one asked for this.
I have a question really quickly. Will we call it a blood money or greed when there's a made-for-TV movie about this? Because that's going to be for profit. The actors will get paid. They will run advertising. So again, I always ask this question. I asked it when we were talking about Matthew Perry with the vaccination T-shirts. Who's allowed to make money in this country? Because it seems like when the little guy's like, hey, I'll charge you $40, everybody's up in arms. But when it comes to being exploited on a national level, everybody's here for it.
Interesting point.
Very good point.
All right, so schools are on alert, and it's all because of a reported new trend on the social media site TikTok. Last month, a TikTok challenge encouraged young kids to vandalize bathrooms, steal classroom items, and even remove toilets from stalls at school. Now there's a new reported trend, which is to slap a teacher. Yeah, this happened to educators in at least 2 different schools, one in South Carolina, another in Missouri. TikTok has denied the trend. They called the quote slap a teacher dare an insult to educators. They also promised to remove any related content from the site. Okay, Al, you're a former teacher. That's assault.
Right.
Like, and you're also a parent to 3 kids. What are your feelings on social media trends? And I just want to keep it really real here, because a lot of people are going to say, oh, this isn't going to happen in our neighborhood. These are 2 isolated incidents. Actually, one of our producers here in Denver, Colorado, got a letter home from school saying for the parents to watch out for these trends. It says December, deck the halls and expose yourself in school halls. January, jab a breast. February, mess up school signs. June, flip off front office. And then we have another producer, coincidentally, whose child did one of these trends, even though they talked to the child, and the child is now suspended from school. I know I would probably be, depending on what frame of mind I'm in, I may have been apt to that at 12 years old. I'm not going to blame the children
12,
here.
13, 14.
Not the slap the teacher.
Yeah, but honestly, even with the slap the teacher, as a former teacher, I'm not saying I condone it, but I understand it given how vulnerable you are mentally at that age. You're feeling unseen, you're feeling unsure of yourself. Who am I? Do people like me? How can I make sure that people like me? I can do this thing. Now all of a sudden I'm getting love from all over the world. People are telling me I'm cool, I'm that girl, I'm that dude. And it is intoxicating for kids that are looking for validation. So I get it. It's scary. As a parent, it's terrifying. But I mean, your kids are going to be vulnerable to pressures from the outside world that unfortunately you can't always control.
I'm looking at this as a high yield situation based on what you're saying. The idea that all of a sudden you can be seen. Look at some of the numbers that these posts are generating. Those are probably numbers far larger than these kids have ever seen in their lives. But I think this is an important time to understand that with high yield comes high risk. Right. And especially when we're talking about slapping a teacher in this moment during a pandemic when they're literally risking their lives, they're underpaid, they're under-resourced, there's like a lack of advocacy. So if you're going to have a slap a teacher challenge, then I think that it's only appropriate that they get slapped back.
I don't blame you for saying that, Erica.
I don't either. And I just have to say, I'm just watching Squid Game, which is a Netflix show that's very about a dystopia in the near future, right, where I'm not going to give anything away, but it mixes children's games with violence. And it has a high stakes, and it's about being seen and about being liked, and there's all that. And you start to feel like Squid Game, it became the biggest Netflix show ever in history. It feels like it could be real because this is like it. It's like a bingo game. January, jab a breast. Jab a breast? And so it's become this violent kids game. And it's on TikTok, so it's not real. But that's a woman, a girl, whose breast gets jabbed because of this stupid game.
Well,
I want more restrictions for young people.
Let me chime in here,
please.
Because I've said it over, and it's always unpopular. I get a lot of pushback every time I say this, and I know that parents have to have accountability, of course. And the user has to have accountability. But I also think these social media apps need regulation. They need to take accountability. And people are going to say it's not TikTok's responsibility, it's the schools, it's the parents. No, this is the wild, wild west here. And there's a lot of schools that don't even, especially in Los Angeles and Silicon Valley, with all the different social media app former CEOs are not allowing their children, based on the data that they have seen, to take their phones to school or to even have phones at home. So
that's a luxury, though, you know, that those parents are afforded.
I get that.
Yeah, and let me ask you this. I just thought about this as you guys were talking. When we were growing up, we saw adults with jobs. I can be a firefighter. I can be a politician, whatever. Now kids, what world are they going to? What are you guaranteed by graduating from college? But we have seen people like Jake Paul make millions of dollars at 12, 13 years old, and that's their life. So I think a lot of times these kids are looking at, I need to make my money now at 11 because there is no job. There is no guarantee. There are no more unions. And so this is the world that we've given them, and then we then chastise them for looking for likes when that could literally be the thing that fills their bank account.
Wow, I know. I feel like we've gone too far into that world. I really
hear
do.
ya.
Coming up on DBL, Kim Kardashian is hosting SNL this weekend, but she insists some jokes are off limits. And you know them from Glee and The Office. Jane Lynch and Kate Flannery are here. The hilarious duo shares what they have in the works. And what would you do if your wedding photographer deleted all your photos out of spite? We have some hilarious but cringeworthy revenge stories coming up next.
Closed captioning provided by
All right, guys, you guys are chiming in a lot. I also thought that Donnie F says, I never thought of that, Erica, what you were saying about how to make this like normal living for some people when you have to like allow the press on there. Like this isn't, they didn't ask for this. I didn't think about that either. I thought that was a really good point.
Yeah, I'm not saying that $3,500 is appropriate, but also that's not my home and my property.
Right.
When you think about it in terms of your home, your property, one, I think that it's a better alternative than to be like, well, everybody, like, make it difficult for the press to be there. It's like, it's almost kind of inviting them to stay, but let's make it work for all of us. And this is the way that it works for us. So, you know, that's, to me, that's what I got out of it, because it is super crazy for your home to be your sanctuary. It's supposed to be your safe place. And now you know that there's this terrible black cloud over this area, and you don't have any control. So, for me, it was just super crazy to like have, I mean, all federal agents like in my home essentially, because we lived in a condo.
It's like a coping mechanism. And then I also thought what you said was so interesting. Who gets to make money? The little guy or only the big movie production? I had never thought about that.
It's, I mean, this is what it is. I mean, we see podcasts about it. They're selling MeUndies and Stamps.com in the middle of those ads.
Right.
I mean,
you're totally right about that.
We're in this weird position where our entertainment directly translates to money, and now anybody with a podcast hookup is in entertainment. How many moms have gotten famous? How many cleaners have gotten famous? Cooks, chefs at home.
These are sold out
So if you can get famous like that, you can make money like that. People are going to always be looking
Not
at
a little
money.
token. The gig economy influencers. I don't know why.
Don't miss a day of DBL. Bold debates.
Enough.
Get real.
Hot celebs.
Happy 5th anniversary.
That just sounded weird, actually.
And all the laughs. Okay, I'm done with this. DBL is always all new every day. Welcome back to DBL. We've got a couple stories of revenge for you. Up first, a wedding photographer who was hired to shoot a bride and groom's big day got upset when she was denied a break to get something to eat or drink. After working 6 hours straight, in revenge, she deleted all the wedding photos she took that day. Erica, you think she went too far?
This is why it's so important, especially when you're working with friends, which was this situation, to have a contract. Spell out exactly what is expected. I mean, no one would think that you wouldn't get fed after that long day. That's pretty typical, but you should have a contract.
And she was paid $250 for the entire event. I don't think she thought that she would never get a break.
Well, that's what happens. You know, unfortunately, when you do people a favor, they don't always look at it. They feel like they're doing you a favor by letting you photograph their wedding, and that's how these people responded. I mean, apparently this woman went way down on her scale to do this favor, and this is how you get repaid, unfortunately.
Ooh. Put meals in a contract. Put them in, even breaks. Put them in a contract.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
A good person and treat your employees.
Yeah, but some people don't.
Some people don't function like that.
Right? That's why you gotta protect
exists.
yourself. Yeah, the contract. Exactly.
A man on TikTok has gone viral. I love this. He says that people regularly cut across his lawn because it's faster than walking around the perimeter. But anyone with a lawn knows regular foot traffic, damages the turf. So the man rigged up a little payback scenario. Check it out. He hooked up an automatic sprinkler, which is triggered by trespassers who then get doused as they walk by. I'm all about this.
Love this so much. Yeah, I mean, people
you
just
need
don't
something
even...
like that because people like park in your driveway, let squirrels out in front of your house.
Her house has a lot of activity.
There's so many stories.
So many stories.
That she just tells so casually.
I'm just used to, I mean, it's city living, but that's actually why we built a courtyard, because people, we had just a slab of concrete basically, and people would be standing like right in our doorway having a conversation, and I'm like, hi, like, what are you doing? Like, you're literally in our almost in our home.
It's crazy,
And for someone who's like, my husband and I are really into keeping our lawn green.
Of course.
Because like all the kids with the foot traffic, our new dog Scruffy digs holes. We're constantly trying to keep that grass going, so I don't blame this person at all.
I love it.
Spite sprinkler, man, works for me.
It's a great idea. I came around on this one. I wasn't feeling it first. I came around. I like it. Yeah.
Okay, so Al, I think you're going to have something to say about this next revenge story. A California man is suing his psychic for $25,000. He claims that she offered to remove a witch's curse from his marriage and promised he'd be happy again if he paid her $5,100. The man reportedly paid a hefty down payment, but lo and behold, he says there was no improvement, Al. So now he's suing her for failing to remove the spell.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is why I try and be open. I am surrounded by people that believe in the moon and the stars and solstice and spirit and Mercury and retrograde. Lindsay's got some crystals on her desk over there. You guys believe in all the universe till $5,100 is on the table. Now you're at a lawyer's office. Where's the universe when you need it? Like, hey, walk it how you talk it. So if you guys want this, go rub some sticks together and put them in a circle of rocks and get your money back.
Hey.
Don't use a lawyer.
Okay, first of all, that's a whole... Paganism is a real thing.
Is that paganism? I don't know.
Solstice, equinox, being with nature, one, and understanding that the stars and moons can move women's menstruation. It's an
Where's my $5,100?
I'm simply saying, don't diss it all. There is some there's a history behind it. There's context, Erica.
I agree, and I think at the end of the day, let's not blame this on this woman, okay? The spell that gets removed comes in the form of divorce papers. That's what it is.
It's a magic
She made my point.
First of all, Al, there can be good, just like there's good lawyers and bad lawyers, there can be good psychics and bad psychics, okay?
No.
Yes.
No, you just can't say okay and that's the end of it. We're going to cut to commercial. Yes. They're just people in a room waiting for Sam to come in there so she can tell her something.
Eric and I have some stories for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming up on DBL. Jane Lynch and Kate Flannery are hitting the road for a swingin' little Christmas. We'll tell you all about it coming up next.
Hey everyone.
Beverly Miller wanted to know, is it true the Postmaster General is appointed by the President? Is his term limited? Let's verify with our sources the U.S. Code of Federal Regulations and the United States Postal Service. Right now, Louis DeJoy is the 75th Postmaster General of the United States, serving as CEO of USPS since June 2020. According to federal regulations, the President does not have the power to change that role. It's the Postal Service Board of Governors who is in charge of appointing or removing the Postmaster General. The President does, however, nominate the governors. The appointees are confirmed by the Senate and serve for 7 years. It's important to point out that no more than 5 of the 9 appointments can be from the same political party. President Biden recently filled 3 vacancies to the governing board in May. So Beverly claims that the president has power to appoint or fire the Postmaster General are false. Instead, the Postmaster General serves at the pleasure of the Board of Governors for an indefinite amount of time. With your verified fast facts, I'm Liza Lucas.
What would Madonna do? Well, the answer to that question is usually date a younger man. So let's see some arm candy, girls. Sorry, freshmen. You're gonna have to start trolling the middle schools.
Welcome back to DBL. She played the crooked coach in Glee, and now she's teaming up with Meredith from The Office to make us laugh our way into the holidays. Jane Lynch and Kate Flannery share what it's like touring together in today's Chatting with the Stars.
Jane Lynch and Kate Flannery, welcome to DBL. Hello, ladies. How are you?
Very good. How are all you? Great.
Feeling good, feeling good.
Yeah.
Feeling fresh. All right. First, we have to ask you, what do you say to fans who just want you to revisit those roles as two of TV's most unforgettable characters, Meredith from The Office and Glee's Sue Sylvester? Are there any reboots?
Ooh.
Not that I'm aware of, but I will act out any episode of The Office if you ask me. Fine.
Excellent.
I'll do any episode on the spot. Just ask me.
That's so awesome of
And
you.
there are no reboots as far as I know for Glee.
Will you do the Sue, or are you kind of like, I'm done with this?
I'm done with this.
I knew something bad was going to happen today.
You said that yesterday.
Yeah, my neighbor got murdered.
So great talking to you two ladies today. You guys, I didn't know this. You guys put an album together, a Christmas album, back in 2016, which I think is wonderful. But you guys knew each other way before that. When did you guys first meet?
Well, the very first time I ever went to Second City, Jane Lynch was on stage understudying for Bonnie Hunt. And then little did I know that a year and a half later, I became Jane's understudy in another show in another theater, the Annoyance Theater. Crazy.
Yeah.
That's
So
all
we've
wrong.
known each other for decades, and we've been singing with each other for about that long. And we've been touring together now for about 7 years, believe it or not. And we have an album, a Christmas album. It came out 2016. But the great thing about Christmas albums is that you can, they refresh themselves every year.
They're evergreen.
Gonna be rocking with the rhythm of some holiday tunes. But baby, it wouldn't be a party if it didn't have you. A swing a little Christmas time.
You could tell the chemistry between you guys,
it's
right?
amazing.
Absolutely. They're French. You can tell.
Absolutely.
The harmony is there, if you will. Now, you're currently both in a live cabaret show called The Two Lost Souls with Tony Guerrero Quartet. And right after that, you're going to be back on the road with A Swingin' Little Christmas. How are these two different?
Well, one has nothing to do with Christmas, and the other one's all Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah.
And
But it's basically the same style of music that we love so much, which is that kind of jazzy late 50s, early 60s stuff that the Tony Guerrero Quintet just excels at.
They're amazing.
And our Christmas album is all your favorite Christmas songs, but set to that. It's a throwback, set to that kind of late 50s, early
That
60s
era, that
jazzy
vibe.
big band thing.
Close to the people who are close to me. Here in the home I love. You see that a man would come who would change the shape of my dreams.
I need you guys to make a commandment here on the show that we will go by from now on, so no pressure on you guys. Your Swingin' Little Christmas tour starts right after Thanksgiving. When do the holidays start? Is it after Thanksgiving? Is it after Halloween? Like, when is it officially holiday time?
I feel like for me, it's before Thanksgiving. I just get it in my heart. I can't help it. I love it.
Yeah, I don't want to peak too soon.
Yes.
So I try to hold it off until, like, say, December 1st.
Oh, that's discipline.
I get made fun of a lot on this show, ladies, because I put mine up the day after Halloween.
It's crazy.
Christmas decorations down, the tree goes up in my house, because I want to celebrate Christmas a little bit longer. I love that time of year.
It's insane.
Good.
Jane and Kate, I could speak to you forever. Thank you for joining us. DBL Nation, visit JaneLynchOfficial.com to check out tour dates for A Swingin' Little Christmas. I cannot wait. I'll be putting it on. This Jew will be listening.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. We'll be right back. Thanks, guys.
Party where so glad you could come. We're taking the chance to get together for some holiday fun. If somebody's trying to
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
This tweet showing a bottle of Vicks Vapor Rub has garnered over 20,000 retweets and 331,000 likes. The woman who posted it says even though the product has an expiration date of January 1987, she still used the vintage Vicks on her son who was sick, and she says it helped. Expired cold medicine questions are a common topic on online message boards as well, with several Reddit threads claiming it's safe to take expired pills or liquid medicine. So let's verify. Should you take expired cold medicine? Our sources are the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the National Capital Poison Center, and Dr. Brooke Hudspeth, Chief Practice Officer at the University of Kentucky College of Pharmacy. In 1979, the FDA began requiring an expiration date on prescription and over-the-counter medication. The FDA says if your medicine has expired, do not use it. According to the National Capital Poison Center, there are many drugs that are probably effective after their expiration date has passed, but most aren't tested beyond then to be sure. Dr. Brooke Hudspeth says the expiration date tells us how long the medications are their most potent.
After that expiration date, we can't be confident that those medications will have their full potency or be able to work as well to treat the condition that we're trying to treat.
The NCPC warns drugs kept for a long time may deteriorate if they are not stored properly. They say warm, humid places like bathrooms and kitchens are not ideal. So we can verify, no, you shouldn't take expired cold medicine. If you need to get rid of any expired medication in your medicine cabinet, don't throw it in the trash or the toilet. Instead, the FDA recommends dropping it off at a drug take-back site or program as soon as possible. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
Welcome back to DBL. Okay, so we have some comments here. Tori, you do not have them, right?
Correct. I'm trying to load them.
All right.
Do you think maybe if you guys weren't talking during the entire break, Sam wouldn't be trying to look for comments with a green tea hidden under the table?
I'm sorry, y'all. I made y'all talk.
No,
yes,
you were great.
there was some drama, so it was worth it. Tell our audience we love them, and we'll be back.
I do have two comments. One's about the sprinklers, and they like it. The other one.
Thanks, Sam.
Okay. You can watch the second half of the show online. Watch on YouTube, dailyblastlive.com, or our DBL mobile app. But if you're sticking around, here's what's coming up. Andy Cohen held nothing back when grilling Erica Chane on her embezzlement scandal. We have a look at the explosive Real Housewives reunion special. I can't wait to hear what our Erica has to say about that. And would you take sex advice from Gwyneth Paltrow, Tori?
No.
She's dishing it all in her new show, Sex, Love, and Goop.
Why would there be a winter surge if more people are getting vaccinated and many have already had COVID? Doctors say there are a few reasons. Your immunity against COVID doesn't last forever. We still don't know how long a previous COVID infection can protect you. And when it comes to the vaccine, we've already seen breakthrough infections as immunity wanes over time. And a lot of people aren't vaccinated. That includes kids under 12 who still can't get the shot. Pediatricians at NUSC say the Delta variant is causing more severe illness in children, putting them at higher risk than they were last winter. Those doctors say out of all the young hospitalized COVID patients, none of them, not even the teenagers, were fully vaccinated on arrival. More evidence that the key to preventing a winter surge is getting more people vaccinated at every age group.
Miss a day of DBL. I am here to receive that gift. Bold debates.
Come on now.
Enough.
Get real.
It blows my mind.
Hot celebs.
Happy 5th anniversary.
Love a suit, by the way.
Thank you.
Seriously, Al, give her a break. That just sounded weird, actually.
And all the laughs.
Yes, Erica feeling it.
Okay, I'm done with you. I'm done. DBL is always all new every day.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane?
This is a sham.
No.
Nope.
Y'all just
It's
stop.
finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. We're just over here talking about monster trucks.
Yes.
I'm Sam here with Al, Erica,
We
and
will handle
Tori.
this in the commercial break. I will not forget.
Let's get started. Kim Kardashian is getting ready for her big hosting debut on SNL this weekend. But is her ex Kanye West helping her out? According to The Sun, Kim will roast Kanye during the show, but she's also getting Kanye's approval on all sketches featuring him beforehand. Kim reportedly said nothing is off limits when it comes to making fun of her husband, but she allegedly told the show that they can't make fun of her sister Khloe photoshopping her pics on social media or the cheating scandal with her ex Tristan Thompson. Do you think that she should have some boundaries there?
Well, of course she should have boundaries, but I don't want to know about them. I want to be surprised. Like, is she going to talk about this? Maybe it'll happen like this. And also, I'm not hating on Kim Kardashian for this. I think that this is a great example of how we can kind of, you know, test our limits and expand to other things. So I'm going to watch this. Well, I'll watch the highlights.
You'll
You know
watch
what I mean?
the highlights. I think what's so interesting is Owen Wilson was on as their opener last week. It was terrible in a lot of people's opinions, and it had terrible ratings.
I didn't think it was bad.
It was terrible. I didn't love it, but here's the reason. I think Kim K, you're going to get all the eyeballs, and the ratings are going to go up. I wish they had put Kanye as the musical guest. That would have been a really cool thing.
That's a great idea.
Kim and Kanye, and he might make an appearance. But I'll also say this, knowing a Kim K fan, she's very shy. She's not a performer, and she's never done anything like this. So to see her try comedy, everyone's going to tune in. I think she's facing a fear.
Yeah.
Do you think Chris, her mom, came with the stipulations, or that was Kim trying to be respectful of her relationships, or do you think Khloe had the stipulations?
I'm sure Khloe said something.
You do?
Because I mean, yes, because she knows that the SNL writers are going to go straight for the low-hanging fruit, which is, you know, her Photoshop pics. No, I mean the easiest jokes to make, you know, which is, you know, the cheating scandal, and that was a weird turn of phrase, the cheating scandal, and, you know, her photoshopping. So that's the only thing I'll push back on you, Erica, is I think it's okay to put the boundaries out there. That way, Monday morning quarterback, people won't go, well, SNL was scared to go there. They were scared to go there. Now they're like, we're not going here. We're telling you ahead of time. But everything else is on the table.
It's interesting.
Oh, Erica took it. You changed her mind.
Al's the comedian. He would know best.
All right, so we're going to get a first look at Gwyneth Paltrow's new Netflix series called Sex, Love, and Goop.
Here for it.
Where couples get help on their sex and intimacy issues from Gwyneth and a team of experts. Watch.
We're having sex. It's a show about sex. We're going to talk about sex.
I just realized I've been embracing for a long time. You're not broken. You compare sex to brushing his teeth.
You're saying, I want to be the king.
What just happened to me?
If one person changes their erotic lives, it's worth it.
Okay, Tori,
Everyone turns to me. First of all, I will say this. Anything that enhances the sex life of your partner and you, or whatever you choose, I'm for. I love learning more vocabulary. Real Sex on HBO, do you guys remember in the 90s?
Of course.
Taught a lot of people about what a fetish was, what a kink was. Sorry, Bert. But there's like a lot of things that really need to be out in the open and discussed. Do I wish, someone just goes, 8 minutes. Do I wish Gwyneth, I'm glad she's not the expert. I was worried it was Gwyneth teaching couples about sex. There are real experts there. Let them do their job and look great. I actually don't hate this.
Will you watch it?
Atlanta.
I might watch it. Probably not.
Somebody check the temperature because hell has frozen over. Because Tori is the biggest hater of Gwyneth Paltrow.
Well, she did say she wishes it was experts and people and not really Gwyneth. So she.
And I guess she needs a name. You agree?
Maybe
She needs a name.
Maybe. I mean, look at Gwyneth. Definitely with Goop has used a lot of different products to enhance people's sex lives. She had a candle named after her. Female,
right? But she also had
that I'm not allowed to say on daytime
TV. Do you guys ever wonder the reason we're having this conversation and she's able to have this show is because of the way we're talking about it right now? Her candle and her lady stuff and naughty parts. We're acting so weird because we have to. No, we are beholden by the.
I have no problem. You know, I look at my body completely as like a feeding tool for my child.
Don't say that, Sam. You kill it for me for a week.
Executive producers are like
losing
in their ears. We shouldn't have to like dance around terms when it comes to biology and anatomy. But unfortunately, with daytime TV,
and clearly couples do that have been together forever.
Exactly. That's going to be the draw of the show. There is an entire there's multiple generations that could not be sex positive, and now as a result, they're sex stagnant. And I think that if we make it more mainstream to have these conversations about how we all literally got here, then people wouldn't be so closed and closed-minded about it.
And it's not only being closed-minded, even though that's a big part of it. I was very honest on the show. After I had Sophie, when I went through postpartum depression, my libido crashed. Can I say libido on the show? Yes. Okay. My libido crashed. So I think it's okay to talk about that stuff. So it may not only be that you're not sex positive or how culture formed your narrative around sex, but it could be that you're suffering in that moment. And how do you get that mojo back? Maybe the TV show's the answer.
And maybe you wouldn't have known that and thought you were alone.
And don't get it twisted. If you're not getting it right, you are suffering.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That was a good button. That was good.
Okay. Erica Jane is in the hot seat in a new preview for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion special. Erica was grilled by host Andy Cohen and her castmates over how much she knew about the embezzlement scandal with her estranged husband, Tom Girardi. Take a look.
He's having multiple affairs, yet, as we know, he put $20 million and more into your account. Who believes Erica did not know anything about what Tom was doing?
Can someone please back on what I'm saying?
Erica, before you chime in, I just want our viewers to understand what these allegations are. The allegations have to do with her husband being this hotshot attorney. He represented Erin Brockovich, and then he also represented a lot of people that were victims of plane crashes, burn victims, orphans, and he's being accused of embezzling, actually charged with embezzling that money, stealing the money from his clients.
Like over $101 million. And he was represented in Erin Brockovich.
Yes.
He didn't represent. So yes, she has a lot of questions that need answers. Here's the thing. When you are on a reality TV show, then there is a relationship with the audience. Like, we are investing in who you're portraying yourself to be, and we're investing in the storyline. Now, if your storyline is shifting to a place where the reality just got real, where there's a scandal going on, people are asking questions of the network. Andy Cohen is the face of the network, so people are asking questions of him. Do you support someone who potentially profited off of ill-gotten gains for the absolute, most vulnerable victims? And so, right now, we're watching the show, and we're looking at these ladies, other than Garcelle and Sutton, because Fancy Drew is on the case, and we're looking at them like, why aren't you asking her more questions? Why aren't you putting her feet to the fire? Y'all will literally argue about any tiny thing, but when it's something serious, you want to play it safe? Nah, girl, we want to know.
Yeah, I also want to watch Fancy Drew.
Fancy Drew.
A better version of Nancy Drew.
Yes.
Are you serious?
No, that's
Sutton
Erica.
is Fancy Drew, yes. Yeah. She's one of the most affluent housewives, darling. And she has been asking all the questions the viewers want to know.
It's like you're speaking another language.
It's a totally different language.
I like Fancy Drew.
Okay, so Victoria and David Beckham's son, Brooklyn, is being roasted online for his cooking skills. Brooklyn appeared on the Today Show, where he basically just assembled a breakfast sandwich. Watch.
It's not good.
Bacon and then the egg.
Looks like moon's over Miami. Yeah.
Just a little.
No, wait, what about the ketchup?
That's great. A little sweetness.
Okay, hold on. Oh, look what he did.
Right.
Come on. Yum.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, that was your first time. You did great, honey.
Oh,
No, you
my
didn't.
God. If he was on our show, we'd be like, come on, I can go make that in the back. Twitter wasn't impressed with his great-grandmother's recipe or the untoasted white bread. One person wrote, quote, was this meant to be a joke? Yeah, we would have fun with it. Look at Erica's face. What's wrong, Erica?
I just have secondhand embarrassment.
It's embarrassing for the show.
He didn't even toast.
But I think Hoda's reaction is what it's like when you are the child of celebrity.
You better tell it.
You cannot figure out what reality is because you can just take a piece of dirt, put it between, and everybody's like, "Good job."
And they called it a ketchup drizzle.
Ketchup drizzle.
I felt sorry for him.
Right.
That sandwich wouldn't pass at a campsite, and he is on national TV, and everybody's clapping for him.
No, but you heard the silence. There was a weird silence when he's like, and that's it. You just put it on the white bread, and they're like,
So
great
pull it
job.
out. No, see, that's exactly why I'm like, if I'm not feeling something, everybody gonna know about it. Because I'm not about to sit. You're such a good child, and I'm not coming down on Hoda. Hoda, my girl. I love Hoda.
But she knows
I don't know
too.
Hoda, but
like, stop.
I mean, come on.
Do you think this is Erica? Let me ask you this: do you think this is a leverage play? Like we're going to see David Beckham on there in a month, and it's like
they can get David Beckham. This is the Today Show. They can get David Beckham on there the next day.
Okay, then explain why we're here. Honestly, I want to know. Like, why do you think they took that story?
No, that's a good point.
Was this a leverage play? Like you have to take the kid in order to get the couple in a month?
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking.
You know what
we used to do like what do they call them? Like sidecar interviews all the time. Like you have a big artist on a label, but in order to get the big artist, you have to get an up and comer.
I feel bad for Brooklyn Beckham because everyone wants the Beckham and not the Brooklyn. That's how I feel. They never want him. They just want the Beckham part. That's got to be kind of stinks.
Well, because we don't know him like we know his
Today
parents.
Show.
Yeah, but I guess it's just we all. It's
But was he
easy.
selling anything?
Maybe he has a new cookbook? I'm not going to buy it.
I will not buy it. I'm not buying that.
Sam, forever the optimist. There you are. You are. Glass half full.
Okay. I am glass half full.
I love that about you.
Coming up on DBL, a superintendent goes above and beyond when a bus driver shortage leaves students behind. You don't want to miss today's Heart Threads.
Bacon and then the egg.
Okay.
The moon's over Miami.
Yeah. Just a little.
No, wait, what about the ketchup?
That's great. A little sweetness.
Okay, hold on. Oh, look what he did.
Right.
Come on. Yum.
Brooklyn.
Closed captioning provided by
I'm going to send it to her.
Okay. So one thought that I did not think about until now was I know how hard we all four have worked to get on to this platform. If any one of us had the opportunity to show one of our, I guess, skills, whether it be cooking in Brooklyn's case or something else, we would go on there super produced and super prepared.
Ready.
He didn't have the wherewithal, it looks like, to really think it through and produce it because he doesn't see the opportunity like we all would.
But there's people for that. Like you want to, like
He doesn't
would
need
you?
it,
Okay,
though.
let's say
in his mind he's like, I don't need it.
But, okay, but let's say Sophie gets an opportunity to go on a television show. You would be talking and having a conversation to make sure that she is prepared. Yeah. They have teams of people around them.
And David Beckham and Victoria Beckham's your mom and dad.
Yeah. Like Victoria Beckham's most curated person, probably in entertainment.
Yeah. He seems so bored. Here's your white bread.
There's another. I could take the other side of this. I always could. He went on to show Americans a classic British dish. That was the point of it. That this is something that's been passed down through generations from his grandparents and so forth. And so it was the Britishness of the dish that made it a thing.
He should have said, I know this doesn't
I
look
was just arguing the other
fancy.
side for the heck
Then
of it.
he should have said, I know this doesn't look fancy, but guess what? Fancy doesn't equate to something that tastes good, and it's easy. This is easy.
Because it's basically a McDonald's English muffin.
That's what people are writing in, by the way.
Okay,
Everyone's
so then
writing in.
where's the English muffin? Are English muffins only here?
I tried.
I don't know.
No, but they don't toast. I think
He should have had verbiage then.
to explain the message.
Yes.
This is what Britain did, my great grandma.
Of course not, because it's not an opportunity like it would be for any one of us.
He didn't
They
need
don't-
it.
It looked like a producer threw their heads in and went to a production room.
A ketchup drizzle. It's called. I'm pouring some ketchup on my with sad little legs.
Can't use fancy words.
No.
It looked good.
Who uses that much ketchup?
Drizzle. And remember, Carson Daly's the one who asked for ketchup.
What?
Who asked for the ketchup? He was like,
Welcome back to DBL. One superintendent won't let anything stop her students from getting the education they deserve. Watch her go above and beyond in today's Heartthreads.
This school superintendent is helping out by driving the bus. The nationwide bus driver shortage hit St. Francis area schools. They were forced to cancel a bus route 2 days in a row.
There is nothing worse than making that call and saying, we can't come get your children today.
So, Superintendent Beth Geese got her bus driver's license.
I thought this is something really small that I could do, so I went and got my bus license to help fix the problem.
Now she can step in when there's an emergency. Beth also serves as an educational assistant on the school buses.
Yep, I'll be riding Route 30 tonight.
As a leader, Beth believes it's just part of her job.
I can't have kids that don't have a ride home or ride to school. Again, if I can lead by example and we get 10 more people that want to get their license because of this, that's great.
We needed that story today. We'll be right back.
It's Hispanic Heritage Month, and DBL is celebrating by bringing attention to those who have left their mark on Hispanic culture. Today we honor Richie Valens, the Mexican-American singer who rose to fame in the 1950s as a teen. His breakout hit La Bamba put Valens on the level of other huge pop stars of the time. Tragically, Richie died in a plane crash at age 17, alongside fellow musicians Buddy Holly and the Big Bopper. Although his life was short, he is credited with introducing Americans to Mexican music, and for that, his legacy continues to live on.
I have at least.
Viewer Beverly Miller wanted to know, is it true the Postmaster General is appointed by the President? Is his term limited? Let's verify with our sources, the U.S. Code of Federal Regulations and the United States Postal Service. Right now, Louis DeJoy is the 75th Postmaster General of the United States, serving as CEO of USPS since June 2020. According to federal regulations, the President does not have the power to change that role. It's the Postal Service Board of Governors who is in charge of appointing or removing the Postmaster General. The President does, however, nominate the governors. The appointees are confirmed by the Senate and serve for 7 years. It's important to point out that no more than 5 of the 9 appointments can be from the same political party. President Biden recently filled 3 vacancies to the governing board in May. So Beverly claims that the president has power to appoint or fire the Postmaster General are false. Instead, the Postmaster General serves at the pleasure of the Board of Governors for an indefinite amount of time. With your verified fast facts, I'm Liza Lucas.
Welcome back to DBL. Earlier, Steph showed Tori some amazing discounted products from our friends at Morning Save. If you start your holiday shopping early, like me, you don't want to miss this. Check it out.
right, what do you have for us today, Stephanie?
Hey, Tori, I've got some wonderful products and even better deals, and I can't wait to share them with you. So first up, we've got Glow 48-foot outdoor weatherproof string lights with 15 Edison bulbs.
Yes!
Like, let's be honest, you've seen these on porches, patios, outdoor restaurants, and I know you've wanted your own.
Yes!
But we were waiting for just the right deal. Well, you don't need to look anymore. With an impressive 48 feet length and 15 sturdy glass bulbs, this is the set for you guys. They're weatherproof and heavy duty, and the Edison bulb look is extra chic.
Nice.
Believe me, you're going to be impressed. So normally these are like $160, but right now they're only $39, saving our viewers up to 76%.
Light me up, honey. I just think these add such a beautiful, first of all, you look better in this lighting. Everyone looks better in this, you know what I mean? And this is a sturdy pair that you can have up for all seasons, all year. I'm so into this. Great price.
I love these. These are my product of the week.
Ooh, yay.
Okay, now Tori, these make me want to just crawl into bed. We've got Bib Home 3-piece printed reversible quilt set.
Oh.
So this set includes 1 quilt and 2 shams, and you can get it in either queen or king size. And it's available in 5 different patterns. And the microfiber material isn't going to bunch up or wrinkle on you over time. The best bit? It's stain, fade, and spill resistant too.
Nice.
And normally it's as much as $129 for the queen and $149 for the king.
Yeah, those things are pricey.
Are you ready? We've got it for only $29, Tori, saving up to 81%.
Guys, you know you can't get sets like that for that price. That is unreal.
Now, this next item is gonna jazz up your wrists. It's the Laura Ashley Ladies T-Bar Case Double Stone Bezel Mesh Band Watch.
Whoa.
So you'll get 1 watch, available in 3 different colors, and this watch can dress up a casual outfit and will go perfectly with business or black tie attire. And it's the perfect gift for the upcoming holidays.
Yes.
It features 2 rows of stones, I love a bit of sparkle,
Me
Tori,
too.
around the face, and a sleek mesh band.
Oh, I like that.
Now for one, it's normally as much as $90, Tori, but we've got one for $19, saving up to 79%, Tori.
Just put them all in my basket. These are all
Aren't
gifts.
they
These are all
gorgeous?
gifts. Who wouldn't want to open a sparkle watch? You guys, it dresses up any outfit.
Isn't
and
this
think
lovely?
white t-shirt, blue jeans, rose gold sparkle. Done.
And then last but certainly not least, Tori, we've got a 2-pack Popsonic Smoothie hair remover and hair trimmer set. So you'll get 1 hair trimmer with a cutting guide. Look how fancy all this stuff is. Cleaning brush and 1 hair remover. So you get loads, and there are plenty of colors and patterns for you guys to choose from.
Cute.
Look how tiny this is. So if you've got any unwanted hair, this grooming set will take care of it. So you can use it on peach fuzz, eyebrows, nose, ears, and more. So normally these are as much as $60, and right now it's only $20, saving up to 67%, and that is a lot cheaper than going to a salon, Tori.
Guys, head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com right on your smartphone. Thank you so much, Steph. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
This tweet showing a bottle of Vicks Vapor Rub has garnered over 20,000 retweets and 331,000 likes. The woman who posted it says even though the product has an expiration date of January 1987, she still used the vintage Vicks on her son who was sick, and she says it helped. Expired cold medicine questions are a common topic on online message boards as well, with several Reddit threads claiming it's safe to take expired pills or liquid medicine. So let's verify. Should you take expired cold medicine? Our sources are the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the National Capital Poison Center, and Dr. Brooke Hudspeth, Chief Practice Officer at the University of Kentucky College of Pharmacy. In 1979, the FDA began requiring an expiration date on prescription and over-the-counter medication. The FDA says if your medicine has expired, do not use it. According to the National Capital Poison Center, there are many drugs that are probably effective after their expiration date has passed, but most aren't tested beyond then to be sure. Dr. Brooke Huspeth says the expiration date tells us how long the medications are their most potent.
After that expiration date, we can't be confident that those medications will have their full potency or be able to work as well to treat the condition that we're trying to treat.
The NCPC warns drugs kept for a long time may deteriorate if they are not stored properly. They say warm, humid places like bathrooms and kitchens are not ideal. So we can verify, no, you shouldn't take expired cold medicine. If you need to get rid of any expired medication in your medicine cabinet, don't throw it in the trash or the toilet. Instead, the FDA recommends dropping it off at a drug take-back site or program as soon as possible. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
Tomorrow on DBL, host of HGTV's Flipping 101, Tariq El Moussa will be here live. Plus, Michelle Trachtenberg reveals more about her true crime docuseries and that infamous villain role on Gossip Girl.
I'll never tell.
Oh. That's tomorrow on DBL.
Welcome back. Tori, we got comments?
And I have them, so we're good. Lainey writes in, was this cooking segment, the Brooklyn Beckham thing, a favor to the Beckhams? What the heck was that? So your conspiracy lives on.
What conspiracy action?
Kara says, I've seen better sandwiches at McDonald's. And
Hey,
Mara,
don't bring McDonald's into
I love
this.
McDonald's, right? And Mara says, looks like someone didn't get the sports gene, but cooking isn't it either, Brooklyn. Oh, sorry, that's me.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
But also, like, if you're gonna do that accent, like, there has to be a payoff. You just kept saying it like that, but there was no end to it.
That was the whole point, was the accent was the joke.
Oh, okay.
I think it would have been just fine if he would have called it what it is
Yeah.
and just said, listen, this is nothing fancy. This is my grandmother's recipe.
Great,
just
yeah.
because it doesn't look fancy doesn't mean it doesn't
way to
taste
pull the
good.
viewers in, Sam.
No, but really,
you can't say this is nothing.
It's a classic, traditional, old British recipe. So for Americans,
But if you say that,
that's
you
what-
can't make that.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, that's what they had.
I feel like the
is.
British have been through enough. They didn't need that.
Exactly. How about you get a British
so
chef on there?
DBL's new every day. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Why would there be a winter surge if more people are getting vaccinated and many have already had COVID? Well, doctors say there are a few reasons. Your immunity against COVID doesn't last forever. We still don't know how long a previous COVID infection can protect you. And when it comes to the vaccine, we've already seen breakthrough infections as immunity wanes over time. And a lot of people aren't vaccinated. That includes kids under 12 who still can't get the shot. Pediatricians at NUSC say the Delta variant is causing more severe illness in children, putting them at higher risk than they were last winter. Those doctors say out of all the young hospitalized COVID patients, None of them, not even the teenagers, were fully vaccinated on arrival. More evidence that the key to preventing a winter surge is getting more people vaccinated at every age group.
Miss a day of DBL. I am here to receive the gift. Bold debates. Come on now. Enough.
Get real.
It blows my mind.
Hot celebs.
Happy 5th anniversary.
Love a suit, by the way.
Thank you.
Seriously, Al, give her a break. That just sounded weird, actually.
And all the laughs. Yes, Erica feeling it. Okay, I'm done with it. I'm done. DBL is always all new every day.
Here's what we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
The manhunt for Brian Laundrie continues with new clues. Could a campsite bring investigators closer to finding him? Outrageous TikTok trends at schools, from stealing to vandalism and now slapping teachers. Is social media causing kids more harm than good? A man's sprinkler trap for trespassers. Has the internet divided? Is revenge the best tactic or just plain petty? And Jane Lynch and Kate Flannery are bringing some early holiday cheer to DBL.
A swing a little Christmas time.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No.
Nope.
Y'all, just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. It is Thursday, October 7th. I'm Sam here with Al, Erica, and Tori. Now, we do have an update for you on the manhunt for Brian Laundrie. Police found the remnants of a campsite that appeared to be recently used in the nature reserve near his parents' home in Florida. Meantime, Gabby Petito's family has a message for Brian Laundrie. Here's what they said to Dr. Phil.
I just hope he's found. I really do.
He'll be found.
No, I mean alive.
I want to look him in the eyes.
The more he runs, the more he hides, the less he could try to say it was a mistake or he had nothing to do with it.
I want to see him in a jail cell for the rest of his life, where 'cause he's an outdoorsman, being in that concrete cell and he can't go see those trees and hug those, and smell the fresh air like that.
And get this, neighbors of Brian Laundrie's parents are reportedly charging media outlets as much as $3,500 a week to be able to camp out on their yards. Some are even offering tents, internet service, chairs, water, access to their bathrooms. Do you think this is a disservice? Or is it, hey, if the media's there, who cares what people are doing in their own homes to make money?
I think this is us, Sam. I mean, we live in a capitalistic society, and then we get surprised when capitalism shows up. This is how people make money, how they do better. They see an opportunity, and they capitalize on it. This happens every Saturday. If you've ever been to a college football game in small towns, people rent out their lawns, their driveways, $20, $30, $40 for strangers to park because there's no parking at the stadium. So,
but a stadium's different. Like, in my opinion, then give that money to the family. I don't feel right about it.
It feels like blood, in some ways, blood money. I hate saying that term, but it feels a little like greedy and evil in some ways. I get it too. I expected it, but I thought, wow, we're at this point where it's all a game and we're all like paying for different lawns and different lots. This whole thing seems crazy to me, and I just want to know why the U.S. Marshals and the FBI is having so much trouble finding him, and it makes me worried. It makes me concerned.
See, I have a different perspective on the take of the neighbors. I've talked about how my neighbor murdered his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, and it was for months. It would be ATF, FBI. They had a hard time coming up, or they had a hard time getting him, and they ended up getting him on some other charges. So it took a really long time, and we constantly had people on the premises. So when you're thinking about it in terms of the neighborhood, I look at it more like the ripple effect that all of this is having on everyone around them, because now you have parents who are explaining to their children that the guy who lived a couple houses down, murdered someone.
Right.
And that's another conversation. So I'm not really looking at it as if it's greed or opportunistic. I think that sometimes you just have to figure out a way to make it make sense for you because no one asked for this.
I have a question really quickly. Will we call it blood money or greed when there's a made-for-TV movie about this? Because that's going to be for profit. The actors will get paid. They will run advertising. So again, I always ask this question. I asked it when we were talking about Matthew Perry with the vaccination T-shirts. Who's allowed to make money in this country? Because it seems like when the little guy's like, hey, I'll charge you $40, everybody's up in arms. But when it comes to being exploited on a national level, everybody's here for it.
Interesting point.
Very good point.
All right, so schools are on alert, and it's all because of a reported new trend on the social media site TikTok. Last month, a TikTok challenge encouraged young kids to vandalize bathrooms, steal classroom items, and even remove toilets from stalls at school. Now there's a new reported trend, which is to slap a teacher. Yeah, this happened to educators in at least 2 different schools, one in South Carolina, another in Missouri. TikTok has denied the trend. They called the quote, slap a teacher dare an insult to educators. They also promised to remove any related content from the site. Okay, Al, you're a former teacher. That's assault.
Right.
Like, and you're also a parent to 3 kids. What are your feelings on social media trends? And I just want to keep it really real here because a lot of people are going to say, oh, this isn't going to happen in our neighborhood. These are 2 isolated incidents. Actually, one of our producers here in Denver, Colorado, got a letter home from school saying for the parents to watch out for these trends. It says December, deck the halls and expose yourself in school halls. January, jab a breast. February, mess up school signs. June, flip off front office. So, and then we have another producer, coincidentally, whose child did one of these trends, even though they talked to the child, and the child is now suspended from school. I know I would probably be, depending on what frame of mind I'm in, I may have been apt to that at 12 years old. I'm not going to blame the children
12,
here.
13, 14.
Not the slap the teacher.
Yeah, but honestly, even with the slap the teacher, as a former teacher, I'm not saying I condone it, but I understand it given how vulnerable you are mentally at that age. You're feeling unseen. You're feeling unsure of yourself. Who am I? Do people like me? How can I make sure that people like me? I can do this thing. Now, all of a sudden, I'm getting love from all over the world. People are telling me I'm cool, I'm that girl, I'm that dude. And it is intoxicating for kids that are looking for validation. So I get it. It's scary. As a parent, it's terrifying. But, I mean, your kids are going to be vulnerable to pressures from the outside world that, unfortunately, you can't always control.
I'm looking at this as a high yield situation based on what you're saying. The idea that all of a sudden you can be seen. Look at some of the numbers that these posts are generating. Those are probably numbers far larger than these kids have ever seen in their lives. But I think this is an important time to understand that with high yield comes high risk. Right. And especially when we're talking about slapping a teacher in this moment during a pandemic when they're literally risking their lives, they're underpaid, they're under-resourced, there's like a lack of advocacy. So if you're going to have a slap a teacher challenge, then I think that it's only appropriate that they get slapped back.
I don't blame you for saying that, Erica.
I don't either. And I just have to say, I'm just watching Squid Game, which is a Netflix show that's very about a dystopia in the near future, right, where I'm not going to give anything away, but it mixes children's games with violence. And it has a high stakes, and it's about being seen and about being liked, and there's all that. And you start to feel like Squid Game, it became the biggest Netflix show ever in history. It feels like it could be real because this is like it. It's like a bingo game. January, jab a breast. Jab a breast? And so it's become this violent kids game. And it's on TikTok, so it's not real. But that's a woman, a girl, whose breast gets jabbed because of this stupid game.
Well,
I want more restrictions for young people.
Let me chime in here,
please.
Because I've said it over, and it's always unpopular. I get a lot of pushback every time I say this, and I know that parents have to have accountability, of course. And the user has to have accountability. But I also think these social media apps need regulation. They need to take accountability. And people are going to say it's not TikTok's responsibility, it's the schools, it's the parents. No, this is the wild, wild west here. And there's a lot of schools that don't even, especially in Los Angeles and Silicon Valley, with all the different social media apps, former CEOs are not allowing their children, based on the data that they have seen, to take their phones to school or to even have phones at home. So
that's a luxury, though, you know, that those parents are afforded.
I get that.
Yeah, and let me ask you this. I just thought about this as you guys were talking. when we were growing up, we saw adults with jobs. I can be a firefighter. I can be a politician, whatever. Now kids, what world are they going to? What are you guaranteed by graduating from college? But we have seen people like Jake Paul make millions of dollars at 12, 13 years old, and that's their life. So I think a lot of times these kids are looking at, I need to make my money now at 11 because there is no job. There is no guarantee. There are no more unions. And so this is the world that we've given them, and then we then chastise them for looking for likes when that could literally be the thing that fills their bank account.
Wow, I know. I feel like we've gone too far
into
that world. I really
hear
do.
ya.
Coming up on DBL, Kim Kardashian is hosting SNL this weekend, but she insists some jokes are off limits. And you know them from Glee and The Office. Jane Lynch and Kate Flannery are here. The hilarious duo shares what they have in the works. And what would you do if your wedding photographer deleted all your photos out of spite? We have some hilarious but cringeworthy revenge stories coming up next.
Closed captioning provided by
All right, guys, you guys are chiming in a lot. I also thought that Donnie F says, I never thought of that, Erica, what you were saying about how to make this like normal living for some people when you have to like allow the press on there. Like this isn't, they didn't ask for this. I didn't think about that either. I thought that was a really good point.
Yeah, I'm not saying that $3,500 is appropriate, but also that's not my home and my property.
Right.
When you think about it in terms of your home, your property, one, I think that it's a better alternative than to be like, well, everybody, like make it difficult for the press to be there. It's like, it's almost kind of inviting them to stay, but let's make it work for all of us. And this is the way that it works for us. So, you know, that's, to me, that's what I got out of it, because it is super crazy for your home to be your sanctuary. It's supposed to be your safe place. And now you know that there's this terrible black cloud over this area, and you don't have any control. So, for me, it was just super crazy to like have, I mean, all federal agents like in my home essentially, because we lived in a condo.
It's like a coping mechanism. And then I also thought what you said was so interesting. Who gets to make money? The little guy or only the big movie production? I had never thought about that.
It's, I mean, this is what it is. I mean, we see podcasts about it. They're selling MeUndies and Stamps.com in the middle of those ads.
Right.
I mean,
you're totally right about that.
We're in this weird position where our entertainment directly translates to money, and now anybody with a podcast hookup is in entertainment. How many moms have gotten famous? How many cleaners have gotten famous? Cooks, chefs at home.
These are sold out
So if you can get famous like that, you can make money like that. People are going to always be looking to make money.
The gig economy influencers. I don't know why.
Don't miss a day of DBL. Bold debates. Enough.
Get real.
Hot celebs.
Happy 5th anniversary.
That just sounded weird, actually.
And all the laughs. Okay, I'm done with this. DBL is always all new every day.
Welcome back to DBL. We've got a couple stories of revenge for you. Up first, a wedding photographer who was hired to shoot a bride and groom's big day got upset when she was denied a break to get something to eat or drink. After working 6 hours straight, in revenge, she deleted all the wedding photos she took that day. Erica, you think she went too far?
This is why it's so important, especially when you're working with friends, which was this situation, to have a contract. Spell out exactly what is expected. I mean, no one would think that you wouldn't get fed after that long of a day. That's pretty typical, but you should have a contract.
And she was paid $250 for the entire event. I don't think she thought that she would never get a break.
Well, that's what happens. You know, unfortunately, when you do people a favor, they don't always look at it. They feel like they're doing you a favor by letting you photograph their wedding, and that's how these people responded. I mean, apparently this woman went way down on her scale to do this favor, and this is how you get repaid, unfortunately. professionally.
Put meals in a contract. Put them in, even breaks. Put them in a contract. She's
Just
absolutely
being
right.
a good person and treat your employees.
Yeah,
or
but
the
some people don't.
around you with respect.
Some people don't
Write
function
it down.
like that.
Write
That's
it
why
down.
contracts exist.
Yeah,
The contract.
exactly.
A man on TikTok has gone viral. I love this. He says that people regularly cut across his lawn because it's faster than walking around the perimeter. But
like a
anyone with a
parade.
lawn knows regular foot traffic, damages the turf. So the man rigged up a little payback scenario. Check it out. He hooked up an automatic sprinkler, which is triggered by trespassers who then get doused as they walk by. I'm all about this.
Love this so much. Yeah, I mean, people
You
just
need
don't
something
even
like that because people like park in your driveway, let squirrels out in front of your house.
Her house has a lot of activity.
There's so many stories.
So many stories.
That she just tells so casually.
I'm just used to, I mean, it's city living, but that's actually why we built a courtyard, because people, we had just a slab of concrete basically, and people would be standing like right in our doorway having a conversation, and I'm like, hi, like, what are you doing? Like, you're literally in our almost in our home.
It's crazy, yeah.
And for someone who's like, my husband and I are really into keeping our lawn green.
Of course.
Because like all the kids with the foot traffic, our new dog Scruffy digs holes. We're constantly trying to keep that grass going. So I don't blame this person
I
at
love
all.
it.
Spite sprinkler, man, works for me.
It's a great idea.
spite
I
sprinkler.
came around on this one. I wasn't feeling it
No, I'm
first. I came
feeling it.
around. I like it. Yeah.
Okay, so Al, I think you're going to have something to say about this next revenge story. A California man is suing his psychic for $25,000. He claims that she offered to remove a witch's curse from his marriage and promised he'd be happy again if he paid her $5,100. The man reportedly paid a hefty down payment, but lo and behold, he says there was no improvement, Al. So now he's suing her for failing to remove the spell.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is why I try and be open. I am surrounded by people that believe in the moon and the stars and solstice and spirit and Mercury and retrograde. Lindsay's got some crystals on her desk over there. You guys believe in all the universe till $5,100 is on the table. Now you're at a lawyer's office. Where's the universe when you need it? Like, hey, walk it how you talk it. So if you guys want this, go rub some sticks together and put them in a circle of rocks and get your money back.
Hey.
Don't use a lawyer.
Okay, first of all, that's a whole paganism is a real thing.
Is that paganism?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Solstice, equinox, being with nature, one, and understanding that the stars and moons can move women's menstruation. It's an
Where's
actual
my
thing.
$5,100?
I'm simply saying don't diss it all. There is some there's a history behind it. There's context, Erica.
I agree, and I think at the end of the day, let's not blame this on this woman, okay? The spell that gets removed comes in the form of divorce papers. That's what it is.
It's a magic.
She made my point.
First of all, Al, there can be good, just like there's good lawyers and bad lawyers, there can be good psychics and bad psychics, okay?
No.
Yes.
No, you just can't say okay and that's the end of it. We're going to cut to commercial. Yes. They're just people in a room waiting for Sam to come in there so she can tell her something.
Eric and I have some stories for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming up on DBL. Jane Lynch and Kate Flannery are hitting the road for a swinging little Christmas. We'll tell you all about it coming up next.
Beverly Miller wanted to know, is it true the Postmaster General is appointed by the President? Is his term limited? Let's verify with our sources the U.S. Code of Federal Regulations and the United States Postal Service. Right now, Louis DeJoy is the 75th Postmaster General of the United States, serving as CEO of USPS since June 2020. According to federal regulations, the President does not have the power to change that role. It's the Postal Service Board of Governors who is in charge of appointing or removing the Postmaster General. The President does, however, nominate the governors. The appointees are confirmed by the Senate and serve for 7 years. It's important to point out that no more than 5 of the 9 appointments can be from the same political party. President Biden recently filled 3 vacancies to the governing board in May. So Beverly claims that the President has power to appoint or fire the Postmaster General are false. Instead, the Postmaster General serves at the pleasure of the Board of Governors for an indefinite amount of time. With your verified fast facts, I'm Liza Lucas.
What would Madonna do? Well, the answer to that question is usually date a younger man. So let's see some arm candy, girls. Sorry, freshmen. You're gonna have to start trolling the middle schools.
Welcome back to DBL. She played the crooked coach in Glee, and now she's teaming up with Meredith from The Office to make us laugh our way into the holidays. Jane Lynch and Kate Flannery share what it's like touring together in today's Chatting with the Stars.
Jane Lynch and Kate Flannery, welcome to DBL. Hello, ladies. How are you?
Very good. How are all you? Great.
Feeling good, feeling good.
Yeah.
Feeling fresh. All right. First, we have to ask you, what do you say to fans who just want you to revisit those roles as two of TV's most unforgettable characters, Meredith from The Office and Glee Sue Sylvester? Are there any reboots?
Ooh.
Not that I'm aware of, but I will act out any episode of The Office if you ask me. Fine.
Excellent.
I'll do any episode on the spot. Just ask me.
That's so awesome of
And
you.
there are no reboots as far as I know for Glee.
Will you do the Sue, or are you kind of like, I'm done with this?
I'm done with this.
I knew something bad was going to happen today.
You said that yesterday.
Yeah, my neighbor got murdered.
So great talking to you two ladies today. You guys, I didn't know this. You guys put an album together, a Christmas album, back in 2016, which I think is wonderful. But you guys knew each other way before that. When did you guys first meet?
Well, the very first time I ever went to Second City, Jane Lynch was on stage understudying for Bonnie Hunt. And then little did I know that a year and a half later, I became Jane's understudy in another show in another theater, Crazy.
Yeah. So we've known each other for decades, and we've been singing with each other for about that long. And we've been touring together now for about 7 years, believe it or not. And we have an album, a Christmas album. It came out 2016. But the great thing about Christmas albums is that you can, they refresh themselves every year.
They're evergreen.
Gonna be rocking with the rhythm of some holiday tunes. But baby, it wouldn't be a party if it didn't have you. A swing a little Christmas time.
You can tell the chemistry between you guys,
it's
right?
amazing.
Absolutely. They're French. You can tell.
Absolutely.
The harmony is there, if you will. Now, you're currently both in a live cabaret show called The Two Lost Souls with Tony Guerrero Quartet. And right after that, you're going to be back on the road with A Swingin' Little Christmas. How are these two different?
Well, one has nothing to do with Christmas, and the other one's all Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah. But it's basically the same style of music that we love so much, which is that kind of jazzy late 50s, early 60s stuff that the Tony Guerrero Quintet just excels at.
They're amazing.
And our Christmas album is all your favorite Christmas songs, but set to that. It's a throwback, set to that kind of late 50s, early 60s
era, that
jazzy
vibe.
big band thing.
Close to the people who are close to me, here in the home I love. Who could see that a man would come who would change the shape of my dreams?
I need you guys to make a commandment here on the show that we will go by from now on, so no pressure on you guys. Your Swingin' Little Christmas tour starts right after Thanksgiving. When do the holidays start? Is it after Thanksgiving? Is it after Halloween? Like, when is it officially holiday time?
I feel like for me, it's before Thanksgiving. I just get it in my heart. I can't help it. I love it.
Yeah, I don't want to peak too soon.
Yes.
So I try to hold it off until, like, say, December 1st.
Oh, that's discipline.
I get made fun of a lot on this show, ladies, because I put mine up the day after Halloween.
It's crazy.
Christmas decorations down, the tree goes up in my house, because I want to celebrate Christmas a little bit longer. I love that time of year.
It's insane.
Good.
Jane and Kate, I could speak to you forever. Thank you for joining us. DBL Nation, visit JaneLynchOfficial.com to check out tour dates for A Swingin' Little Christmas. I cannot wait. I'll be putting it on. This Jew will be listening.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. We'll be right back. Thanks, guys.
Party where so glad you could come. We're taking the chance to get together for some holiday fun. And somebody's rocking.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
This tweet showing a bottle of Vicks Vapor Rub has garnered over 20,000 retweets and 331,000 likes. The woman who posted it says even though the product has an expiration date of January 1987, she still used the vintage Vicks on her son who was sick, and she says it helped. Expired cold medicine questions are a common topic on online message boards as well, with several Reddit threads claiming it's safe to take expired pills or liquid medicine. So let's verify. Should you take expired cold medicine? Our sources are the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the National Capital Poison Center, and Dr. Brooke Hudspeth, Chief Practice Officer at the University of Kentucky College of Pharmacy. In 1979, the FDA began requiring an expiration date on prescription and over-the-counter medication. The FDA says if your medicine has expired, do not use it. According to the National Capital Poison Center, there are many drugs that are probably effective after their expiration date has passed, but most aren't tested beyond then to be sure. Dr. Brooke Hudspeth says the expiration date tells us how long the medications are their most potent.
After that expiration date, we can't be confident that those medications will have their full potency or be able to work as well to treat the condition that we're trying to treat.
The NCPC warns drugs kept for a long time may deteriorate if they are not stored properly. They say warm, humid places like bathrooms and kitchens are not ideal. So we can verify, no, you shouldn't take expired cold medicine. If you need to get rid of any expired medication in your medicine cabinet, don't throw it in the trash or the toilet. Instead, the FDA recommends dropping it off at a drug take-back site or program as soon as possible. With your Verify, I'm Ariande Till.
Welcome back to DBL. Okay, so we have some comments here. Tor, you do not have them, right?
Correct. I'm trying to load them.
All right.
Do you think maybe if you guys weren't talking during the entire break, Sam wouldn't be trying to look for comments with a green tea hidden under the table?
I'm sorry, y'all. I made y'all talk.
No,
yes,
you were great.
there was some drama, so it was worth it. Tell our audience we love them, and we'll be back.
I do have two comments. One's about the sprinklers, and they like it. The other one.
Thanks, Sam.
Okay. You can watch the second half of the show online. Watch on YouTube, dailyblastlive.com, or our DBL mobile app. But if you're sticking around, here's what's coming up. Andy Cohen held nothing back when grilling Erica Chane on her embezzlement scandal. We have a look at the explosive Real Housewives reunion special. I can't wait to hear what our Erica has to say about that. And would you take sex advice from Gwyneth Paltrow, Tori?
No.
She's dishing it all in her new show, Sex, Love, and Goop.
Why would there be a winter surge if more people are getting vaccinated and many have already had COVID? Doctors say there are a few reasons. Your immunity against COVID doesn't last forever. We still don't know how long a previous COVID infection can protect you. And when it comes to the vaccine, we've already seen breakthrough infections as immunity wanes over time. And a lot of people aren't vaccinated. That includes kids under 12 who still can't get the shot. Pediatricians at NUSC say the Delta variant is causing more severe illness in children, putting them at higher risk than they were last winter. Those doctors say out of all the young hospitalized COVID patients, none of them, not even the teenagers, were fully vaccinated on arrival. More evidence that the key to preventing a winter surge is getting more people vaccinated at every age group.
miss a day of DBL. I am here to receive that gift. Bold debates. Come on now.
Enough.
Get real.
It blows my mind.
Hot celebs.
Happy 5th anniversary. Love a suit, by the way.
Thank you.
Seriously, Al, give her a break. That just sounded weird, actually.
And all the laughs. Yes, Erica feeling it. Okay, I'm done with you. I'm done. DBL is always all new every day.
Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane?
This is a sham.
No.
Nope.
Y'all, just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll. Welcome to DBL. We're just over here talking about monster trucks.
Yes.
I'm Sam here with Al, Erica,
We
and
will
Tori.
handle this in the commercial break. I will not forget.
Let's get started. Kim Kardashian is getting ready for her big hosting debut on SNL this weekend. But is her ex Kanye West helping her out? According to The Sun, Kim will roast Kanye during the show, but she's also getting Kanye's approval on all sketches featuring him beforehand. Kim reportedly said nothing is off limits when it comes to making fun of her husband, but she allegedly told the show that they can't make fun of her sister Khloe photoshopping her pics on social media or the cheating scandal with her ex Tristan Thompson. Do you think that she should have some boundaries there?
Well, of course she should have boundaries, but I don't want to know about them. I want to be surprised. Like, is she going to talk about this? Maybe it'll happen like this. And also, I'm not hating on Kim Kardashian for this. I think that this is a great example of how we can kind of, you know, test our limits and expand to other things. So I'm going to watch this. Well, I'll watch the highlights.
You'll
You know
watch
what I mean.
the highlights. I think what's so interesting is Owen Wilson was on as their opener last week. It was terrible in a lot of people's opinions, and it had terrible ratings.
I didn't think it was bad.
It was terrible. I didn't love it, but here's the reason. I think Kim K, you're going to get all the eyeballs, and the ratings are going to go up. I wish they had put Kanye as the musical guest. That would have been a really cool thing.
That's a great idea.
Kim and Kanye, and he might make an appearance. But I'll also say this, knowing a Kim K fan, she's very shy. She's not a performer, and she's never done anything like this. So to see her try comedy, everyone's going to tune in. I think she's facing a fear.
Yeah.
Do you think Chris, her mom, came with the stipulations, or that was Kim trying to be respectful of her relationships, or do you think Khloe had the stipulations?
I'm sure Khloe said something.
You
because
do?
I mean, yes, because she knows that the SNL writers are going to go straight for the low-hanging fruit, which is, you know, her Photoshop pics. No, I mean the easiest jokes to make, you know, which is, you know, the cheating scandal, and that was a weird turn of phrase, the cheating scandal and, you know, her photoshopping. So that's the only thing I'll push back on you, Erica, is I think it's okay to put the boundaries out there. That way, Monday morning quarterback, people won't go, well, SNL was scared to go there. They were scared to go there. Now they're like, we're not going here. We're telling you ahead of
That's
time.
a strategy.
But everything else is on the table.
It's interesting.
Oh, Erica took it. You changed her mind.
Al's the comedian. He would know best.
All right, so we're going to get a first look at Gwyneth Paltrow's new Netflix series called Sex, Love, and Goop.
Here for it.
Where couples get help on their sex and intimacy issues from Gwyneth and a team of experts. Watch.
We're having sex. It's a show about sex. We're going to talk about sex.
I just realized I've been embracing for a long time. You're not broken. You compare sex to brushing his teeth.
You say, I want to be the king.
What just happened to me?
If one person changes their erotic lives, it's worth it.
Okay, Tori, Erica.
Everyone turns to me. First of all, I will say this. Anything that enhances the sex life of your partner and you, or whatever you choose, I'm for. I love learning more vocabulary. Real Sex on HBO, do you guys remember in the 90s? Of
course.
Taught a lot of people about what a fetish was, what a kink was. Sorry, Bert, but there's like a lot of things that really need to be out in the open and discussed. Do I wish, someone just goes, 8 minutes. Do I wish Gwyneth, I'm glad she's not the expert. I was worried it was Gwyneth teaching couples about sex. There are real experts there. Let them do their job and look great. I actually don't hate this.
Will you watch it?
Atlanta.
I might watch it. Probably not.
Somebody check the temperature because hell has frozen over. Because Tori is the biggest hater of Gwyneth Paltrow.
Well, she did say she wishes it was experts and people and not really Gwyneth. So she.
And I guess she needs a name. You agree?
Maybe
she needs a name.
Maybe. I mean, look at Gwyneth. Definitely with Goop has used a lot of different products to enhance people's sex lives. She had a candle named after her. Female,
right? But she also had
that I'm not allowed to say on daytime TV.
Do you guys ever wonder the reason we're having this conversation and she's able to have this show is because of the way we're talking about it right now? Her candle and her lady stuff and naughty parts. We're acting so weird because we have to. No, we are beholden by the.
I have no problem. You know, I look at my body completely as like a feeding tube for my child.
Don't say that, Sam. You kill it for me for a week.
Executive producers are like
losing it
in their ears. We shouldn't have to like dance around terms when it comes to biology and anatomy. But unfortunately, with daytime TV,
and clearly couples do that have been together forever.
Exactly. That's going to be the draw of the show. There is an entire there's multiple generations that could not be sex positive, and now as a result, they're sex stagnant. And I think that if we make it more mainstream to have these conversations about how we all literally got here, then people wouldn't be so closed and closed-minded about it.
And it's not only being closed-minded, even though that's a big part of it. I was very honest on the show. After I had Sophie, when I went through postpartum depression, my libido crashed. Can I say libido on the show?
Yes.
Okay. My libido crashed. So I think it's okay to talk about that stuff. So it may not only be that you're not sex positive or how culture formed your narrative around sex, but it could be that you're suffering in that moment. And how do you get that mojo back? Maybe the TV show's the answer.
And maybe you wouldn't have known that and thought you were alone.
And don't get it twisted. If you're not getting it right, you are suffering.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That was a good button. That was good.
Okay. Erica Jane is in the hot seat in a new preview for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion special. Erica was grilled by host Andy Cohen and her castmates over how much she knew about the embezzlement scandal with her estranged husband, Tom Girardi. Take a look.
He's having multiple affairs, yet, as we know, he put $20 million and more into your account. Who believes Erica did not know anything about what Tom was doing?
Can someone please back on what I'm saying?
Erica, before you chime in, I just want our viewers to understand what these allegations are. The allegations have to do with her husband being this hotshot attorney. He represented Aaron Brockovich, and then he also represented a lot of people that were victims of plane crashes, burn victims, orphans, and he's being accused of embezzling, actually charged with embezzling that money, stealing the money from his clients.
Like over $101 million. And he was represented in Aaron Brockovich.
Yes.
He didn't represent. So yes, she has a lot of questions that need answers. Here's the thing. When you are on a reality TV show, then there is a relationship with the audience. Like, we are investing in who you're portraying yourself to be, and we're investing in the storyline. Now, if your storyline is shifting to a place where the reality just got real, where there's a scandal going on, people are asking questions of the network. Andy Cohen is the face of the network, so people are asking questions of him. Do you support someone who potentially profited off of ill-gotten gains for the absolute, most vulnerable victims? And so, right now, we're watching the show, and we're looking at these ladies, other than Garcelle and Sutton, because Fancy Drew is on the case. And we're looking at them like, why aren't you asking her more questions? Why aren't you putting her feet to the fire? Y'all will literally argue about any tiny thing, but when it's something serious, you want to play it safe? Nah, girl, we want to know.
I also want to watch Fancy Drew.
Fancy Drew.
A better version of Nancy Drew.
Yes.
Are you serious?
No, that's
Sutton
Erica.
is Fancy Drew, yes. Yeah. She's one of the most affluent housewives, darling. And she has been asking all the questions the viewers want to know.
It's like you're speaking another language.
It's a totally different language.
I like Fancy Drew.
Okay, so Victoria and David Beckham's son, Brooklyn, is being roasted online for his cooking skills. Brooklyn appeared on the Today Show, where he basically just assembled a breakfast sandwich. Watch.
It's not good.
Bacon and then the egg.
Okay.
The moon's over Miami.
Yeah.
Just a little.
No, wait, what about the ketchup?
That's great. A little sweetness.
Okay, hold on. Oh, look what he did.
Come on.
Yum.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, that was your first time. You did great, honey.
Oh,
No, you
my
didn't.
God. If he was on our show, we'd be like, come on, I can go make that in the back. Twitter wasn't impressed with his great-grandmother's recipe or the untoasted white bread. One person wrote, quote, was this meant to be a joke? Yeah, we would have fun with it. Look at Erica's face. What's wrong, Erica?
I just have secondhand embarrassment.
It's embarrassing for the show.
He didn't even toast.
But I think Hoda's reaction is what it's like when you are the child of celebrity.
You better tell it.
You cannot figure out what reality is because you can just take a piece of dirt, put it between, and everybody's like, "Good job."
And they called it a ketchup drizzle. Ketchup drizzle.
I felt sorry for him.
Right.
That sandwich wouldn't pass at a campsite, and he is on national TV, and everybody's clapping for him.
No, but you heard the silence. There was a weird silence when he's like, and that's it. You just put it on the white bread, and they're like, great job.
No, see, that's exactly why I'm like, if I'm not feeling something, everybody gonna know about it. Because I'm not about to sit. You're such a good child, and I'm not coming down on Hoda. My girl, I love Hoda.
But she knows
I don't know
too.
Hoda, but
like, stop.
I mean, come on.
Do you think this is Erica? Let me ask you this: do you think this is a leverage play? Like we're going to see David Beckham on there in a month, and it's like
they can get David Beckham. This is the Today Show. They can get David Beckham on there the next day.
Okay, then explain why we're here. Honestly, I want to know. Like, why do you think they took that story?
No, that's a good point.
Was this a leverage play? Like you have to take the kid in order to get the couple in a month? That's what I'm thinking.
You know what we used to do, like what do they call them? Like sidecar interviews all the time. Like you have a big artist on a label, but in order to get the big artist, you have to get an up and comer.
I feel bad for Brooklyn Beckham because everyone wants the Beckham and not the Brooklyn. That's how I feel. They never want him. They just want the Beckham part. That's got to be kind of stinks.
Well, because we don't know him like we know his
Today
parents.
Show.
Yeah, but I guess it's just we all.
But was he selling anything?
Maybe he has a new cookbook. I'm not going to buy it.
I will not buy it. I'm not buying that.
Sam, forever the optimist. You are. Glass is half full.
Okay. I am glass half full.
I love that about you.
Coming up on DBL, a superintendent goes above and beyond when a bus driver shortage leaves students behind. You don't want to miss today's Heart Threads.
Bacon and then the egg.
Okay.
The moon's over Miami.
Yeah. Just a little.
No, wait, what about the ketchup?
That's great. A little sweetness.
Okay, hold on. Oh, look what he did. Come on. Yum.
Brooklyn.
Closed captioning provided by
I'm going to send it to her.
Okay. So one thought that I did not think about until now was I know how hard we all four have worked to get on to this platform. If any one of us had the opportunity to show one of our, I guess, skills, whether it be cooking in Brooklyn's case or something else, we would go on there super produced and super prepared.
Ready.
He didn't have the wherewithal, it looks like, to really think it through and produce it because he doesn't see the opportunity like we all would.
But there's people for that. Like you want to, like
He doesn't
would you?
need it,
Okay,
though.
let's say
in his mind he's like, I don't need it.
But, okay, but let's say Sophie gets an opportunity to go on a television show. You would be talking and having a conversation to make sure that she is prepared. Yeah. They have teams of people around them.
And David Beckham and Victoria Beckham's your mom and dad.
Yeah. Like Victoria Beckham's most curated person, probably in entertainment.
Yeah. He seems so bored. Here's your white bread.
There's another. I could take the other side of it. I always could. He went on to show Americans a classic British dish. That was the point of it. That this is something that's been passed down through generations from his grandparents and so forth. And so it was the Britishness of the dish that made it a thing.
He should have said, I know this doesn't
I was
look
just arguing the other
fancy.
side for the heck
Then
of it.
he should have said, I know this doesn't look fancy, but guess what? Fancy doesn't equate to something that tastes good, and it's easy. This is easy.
Because it's basically a McDonald's English muffin.
That's what people are writing in, by the way. Everyone's writing in.
Where's the English muffin? Are English muffins only here?
I tried.
I don't know. No, but they don't toast. I think
He should have had verbiage then.
to explain the message.
Yes.
This is what my great grandma.
Of course not, because it's not an opportunity like it would be for any one of us.
He didn't
They
need
don't
it.
care.
It looked like a producer threw their heads in and went to a production room.
A ketchup drizzle. It's called. I'm pouring some ketchup on my with sad little legs.
Can't use fancy words.
No.
It looked good.
First uses that much ketchup.
Drizzle. And remember, Carson Daly's the one who asked for ketchup.
What?
Who asked for the ketchup? He was like,
Welcome back to DBL. One superintendent won't let anything stop her students from getting the education they deserve. Watch her go above and beyond in today's Heartthreads.
This school superintendent is helping out by driving the bus. The nationwide bus driver shortage hit St. Francis area schools. They were forced to cancel a bus route 2 days in a row.
There is nothing worse than making that call and saying, we can't come get your children today.
So, Superintendent Beth Geese got her bus driver's license.
I thought this is something really small that I could do, so I went and got my bus license to help fix the problem.
Now she can step in when there's an emergency. Beth also serves as an educational assistant on the school buses.
Yep, I'll be riding Route 30 tonight.
As a leader, Beth believes it's just part of her job.
I can't have kids that don't have a ride home or ride to school. Again, if I can lead by example and we get 10 more people that want to get their license because of this, that's great.
We needed that story today. We'll be right back.
It's Hispanic Heritage Month, and DBL is celebrating by bringing attention to those who have left their mark on Hispanic culture. Today we honor Richie Valens, the Mexican-American singer who rose to fame in the 1950s as a teen. His breakout hit La Bamba put Valens on the level of other huge pop stars of the time. Tragically, Richie died in a plane crash at age 17, alongside fellow musicians Buddy Holly and the Big Bopper. Although his life was short, he is credited with introducing Americans to Mexican music, and for that, his legacy continues to live on.
I have at least.
Viewer Beverly Miller wanted to know, is it true the Postmaster General is appointed by the president? Is his term limited? Let's verify with our sources the U.S. Code of Federal Regulations and the United States Postal Service. Right now, Louis DeJoy is the 75th Postmaster General of the United States, serving as CEO of USPS since June 2020. According to federal regulations, the president does not have the power to change that role. It's the Postal Service Board of Governors who is in charge of appointing or removing the Postmaster General. The president does, however, nominate the governors. The appointees are confirmed by the Senate and serve for 7 years. It's important to point out that no more than 5 of the 9 appointments can be from the same political party. President Biden recently filled 3 vacancies to the governing board in May. So Beverly claims that the president has power to appoint or fire the Postmaster General are false. Instead, the Postmaster General serves at the pleasure of the Board of Governors for an indefinite amount of time. With your verified fast facts, I'm Liza Lucas.
Welcome back to DBL. Earlier, Steph showed Tori some amazing discounted products from our friends at Morning Save. If you start your holiday shopping early, like me, you don't want to miss this. Check it out.
right, what do you have for us today, Stephanie?
Hey, Tori, I've got some wonderful products and even better deals, and I can't wait to share them with you. So first up, we've got Glow 48-foot outdoor weatherproof string lights with 15 Edison bulbs.
Yes!
Like, let's be honest, you've seen these on porches, patios, outdoor restaurants, and I know you've wanted your own.
Yes!
But we were waiting for just the right deal. Well, you don't need to look anymore. With an impressive 48 feet length and 15 sturdy glass bulbs, this is the set for you guys. They're weatherproof and heavy duty, and the Edison bulb look is extra chic.
Nice.
Believe me, you're gonna be impressed. So normally these are like $160, but right now they're only $39, saving our viewers up to 76%.
Light me up, honey. I just think these add such a beautiful, first of all, you look better in this lighting. Everyone looks better in this, you know what I mean? And this is a sturdy pair that you can have up for all seasons, all year. I'm so into this. Great price.
I love these. These are my product of the week.
Ooh, yay.
Okay, now Tori, these make me want to just crawl into bed. We've got Bib Home 3-piece printed reversible quilt set. So this set includes 1 quilt and 2 shams, and you can get it in either queen or king size. And it's available in 5 different patterns. And the microfiber material isn't going to bunch up or wrinkle on you over time. The best bit? It's stain, fade, and spill resistant too.
Nice.
And normally it's as much as $129 for the queen and $149 for the king.
Yeah, those things are pricey.
Are you ready? We've got it for only $29, Tori, saving up to 81%.
Guys, you know you can't get sets like that for that price. That is unreal.
Now, this next item is gonna jazz up your wrists. It's the Laura Ashley Ladies T-Bar Case Double Stone Bezel Mesh Band Watch.
Whoa.
So you'll get 1 watch, available in 3 different colors, and this watch can dress up a casual outfit and will go perfectly with business or black tie attire. And it's the perfect gift for the upcoming holidays.
Yes.
It features 2 rows of stones, I love a bit of sparkle,
Me
Tori,
too.
around the face, and a sleek mesh band.
Oh, I like that.
Now for one, it's normally as much as $90, Tori, but we've got one for $19, saving up to 79%, Tori.
Just put them all in my basket. These are all gifts. These are all gifts. Who wouldn't want to open a sparkle watch? You guys, it dresses up any outfit.
Isn't
and
this
think
lovely?
White t-shirt, blue jeans, rose gold sparkle. Done.
And then last but certainly not least, Tori, we've got a 2-pack Pop Sonic Smoothie hair remover and hair trimmer set. So you'll get 1 hair trimmer with a cutting guide. Look how fancy all this stuff is. Cleaning brush and 1 hair remover. So you get loads, and there are plenty of colors and patterns for you guys to choose from. Look how tiny this is. So if you've got any unwanted hair, this grooming set will take care of it. So you can use it on peach fuzz, eyebrows, nose, ears, and more. So normally these are as much as $60, and right now it's only $20, saving up to 67%, and that is a lot cheaper than going to a salon, Tori.
Guys, head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com right on your smartphone. Thank you so much, Steph. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
This tweet showing a bottle of Vicks Vapor Rub has garnered over 20,000 retweets and 331,000 likes. The woman who posted it says even though the product has an expiration date of January 1987, she still used the vintage Vicks on her son who was sick, and she says it helped. Expired cold medicine questions are a common topic on online message boards as well, with several Reddit threads claiming it's safe to take expired pills or liquid medicine. So let's verify. Should you take expired cold medicine? Our sources are the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the National Capital Poison Center, and Dr. Brooke Hudspeth, Chief Practice Officer at the University of Kentucky College of Pharmacy. In 1979, the FDA began requiring an expiration date on prescription and over-the-counter medication. The FDA says if your medicine has expired, do not use it. According to the National Capital Poison Center, there are many drugs that are probably effective after their expiration date has passed, but most aren't tested beyond then to be sure. Dr. Brooke Huspeth says the expiration date tells us how long the medications are their most potent.
After that expiration date, we can't be confident that those medications will have their full potency or be able to work as well to treat the condition that we're trying to treat.
The NCPC warns drugs kept for a long time may deteriorate if they are not stored properly. They say warm, humid places like bathrooms and kitchens are not ideal. So we can verify, no, you shouldn't take expired cold medicine. If you need to get rid of any expired medication in your medicine cabinet, don't throw it in the trash or the toilet. Instead, the FDA recommends dropping it off at a drug take-back site or program as soon as possible. With your Verify, I'm Ariande Till.
Tomorrow on DBL, host of HGTV's Flipping 101, Tariq El Moussa will be here live. Plus, Michelle Trachtenberg reveals more about her true crime docuseries and that infamous villain role on Gossip Girl.
I'll never tell.
Oh. That's tomorrow on DBL.
Welcome back. Tori, we got comments?
And I have them, so we're good. Lainey writes in, was this cooking segment, the Brooklyn Beckham thing, a favor to the Beckhams? What the heck was that? So your conspiracy lives on.
Yeah, conspiracy action.
Kara says, I've seen better sandwiches at McDonald's. And
Hey,
Mara,
don't bring McDonald's into
love
this.
McDonald's, right? And Mara says, looks like someone didn't get the sports gene, but cooking isn't it either, Brooklyn. Oh, sorry, that's me.
Yeah, but
sorry.
But also, like, if you're gonna do that accent, like, there has to be a payoff. You just kept saying it like that, but there was no end to it.
That was the whole point. Was the accent was the joke.
Oh, okay.
I think it would have been just fine if he would have called it what it is and just said, listen, this is nothing fancy. This is my grandmother's recipe. Just because it doesn't look fancy doesn't mean it doesn't taste good.
Way to pull the viewers in, Sam.
No, but really,
you can't say this is nothing.
It's a classic, traditional, old British recipe. So for Americans,
but if you say that, you can't make that.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, that's what they had.
I feel like the British have been through enough. They didn't need that.
Exactly. How about you get a British chef on there?
DBL's new every day. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye, guys. Bye, guys.